Hi, everyone! Sorry for the little jump scare after we've been sitting on starting soon for a while, but it is good to see you. Happy New Year, and welcome to this week's session of Aldrithe D&D. I am your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, Mhairi, and it is so good to see y'all. A little yelp in chat. I'm sorry. Again, I've been told that coming in with, since we don't have a lot of, like, music at the beginning or anything, can be a bit of a jump scare. So sorry for that. To our friends that are here, welcome. Thank you for coming. We have a couple things to go over, as usual, before we get the game started. First of all, in the pre-show game here today, we got told that the chat was in sub-only mode. Sorry about that. Definitely didn't mean to. That should be fixed now, and thank you for giving us a heads up. Whenever stuff like this happens, we really appreciate it when y'all give us heads up in chats about what's going on, because usually we can't tell. So thank you so much for communicating that to us, and if there's another mess up, tell us so we can go ahead and get that fixed. Also, it was mentioned in chat about subscribing through Twitch versus supporting us in other ways. We wanted to put out a quick reminder that you are in no way obligated to, but if you would like to support us monetarily, we do have a direct tip/donation link in our About if you scroll down. And also I believe if you do exclamation point tip in chat, you can access that link. So if you would like to support us monetarily but don't want to do it through Twitch or want to like get custom values, whatever, then that is how you can send money to us directly. If you are using your money for one of our monetary like rewards, prizes, make sure to tell us that you sent in the donation and what you are using it for in chat again, so we know it happened, that we can verify it, and we can make sure that you get your little say in the story. But yeah, no obligation. We are just so happy to have y'all here. And with us, you do not have to give us money, but we appreciate it if you would like to. Other than that, gonna shoot it to Silvi real quick to talk about VOD stuff.
Hi, I'm back at school, so uploading should be going this week. I have a few edited already, so just gotta upload. My internet connection is better here, so we will get that rolling again.
Fantastic. So we'll get some VODs online soon, and our YouTube can get nice and caught up. Thanks for sticking with us on that. Speaking of YouTube and other platforms, Ewan. Hey.
Hi, friends. I've grown used to every time I say the sentence "Hi, friends." Every person, I feel a wave of exasperation wash over us. But it's all part of the job, because we can never. When you're an artist and when you're a content creator on a platform such as Twitch and eventually YouTube, and even TikTok, the most prestigious of them all, you can never stop. Every moment is ever. Every moment is an act of creation and creativity. Everything is content. And if the content of our little section here is something that you enjoy, a way that you could really help us out, if you don't want to do things like donating and things like that, you can help us out with the greatest gift of all: viewership. God, I'm sorry. If you have any friends who like D&D, introduce them if you think they'd get a kick out of it. Or maybe not even friends who like D&D, people who just like queer spaces and TTRPGs.
People who hate D&D.
Come on, hate views are still views, baby.
Get them to like it.
Yes.
Yeah, get them to like it through us.
You
or if someone who hates D&D, hate views are still views.
Do you want to teach your grandparents how pronouns work? Make them listen to me talk about Psyche.
I was just gonna say,
that's a bit hard mode.
Only make it worse.
Confused.
But
that's out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Yeah.
But
out of the frying pan and like into the little gas tube on the stove.
I'm convinced half of it, the issue with Psyche is just like, I don't know how Psyche's pronouns work and I'm too afraid to ask. Like, I get it, but I feel like that is something that happens to a lot of people. And you know what? I think that's what Psyche would have wanted.
That's fair. That is what they want.
That's the goal. But yeah, to respond to the folks in chat, the grind only stops when I sleep, but that is why I only take naps. And yeah, when it's around this winter holiday season, the greatest gift you can possibly give is attention. Uh, please. But yeah, this bit has gone on too long, and I
All right.
greatly apologize.
Thank you so
I
much,
hope
babe.
you-
I hate this
I-
bit so much.
Do you?
Well, I mean, I love it. I did start crying during it.
Well,
Also, a thing that I did remember. Sorry, this was regarding tips and direct support monetarily. I believe we've been discussing having rewards for people who do tips and things like
Yeah,
that.
we've
Am
always
I
had
wrong
them.
in that?
You mean Patreon, do you?
oh,
That's what I meant.
That's-
Yes, we're thinking about that.
You're toying with
Uh,
society.
Oh, okay. Forgive me.
Can I talk
Forgive me.
about Patreon things yet or no?
no,
Okay.
we can't.
Let's-
Okay.
We haven't decided yet. This
Because
is
I
a
haven't
behind
figured
the
anything
scenes
out
thing.
yet. Shh. Anyone who's here today, you get your extra special sneak
Secret.
peek at that. But other than that, shh.
This is your leak that you can repost everywhere. Aldrithe will have a Patreon ? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Get like bright colors on the screen. Get somebody doing like in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And like edit Spider-Man in the background.
Where
During
did
the
this
point-
bit go? How did we get here?
Away. It got
Called
it got
content,
away.
darling.
Do
Called
we?
content.
Well, do we want to make some different content?
I
Yeah.
would love to do it.
Yes.
Do we want to play some Dungeons and Dragons content, perhaps?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Maybe.
Ah.
I guess.
Well, since we are so deeply professional, let's get started on what we're here for, shall we? Last we left off, we were in the port city of Diara, finally, after making yet another trek southward. This time headed towards the coast in pursuit of a trip towards to the Tintalian Islands, and probably the Feywild. Partially to check on what's going on with the curators, that's your main goal at least, but also probably to figure out what's going on in the background with some interesting dreams that Armani and Ivory have been having. However, it is still a long trip before you can actually make it there. A good bit of time on the Seven Seas. However, before you even get to that, you
Are
are...
there 7 seas in Aldrithe?
No,
I was just
please,
gonna
I
say,
regretted
there
it
are
as soon
7
as I
seas in
said it.
Aldrithe.
Don't
Aldrithe-
interrupt the opening
Aldrithe has
flow.
4 seas.
Don't
Aldrithe has 4
no,
seas and 4
Don't interrupt
continents.
the opening scroll. I don't care.
4 inhabited continents. We forget about. I don't think Naos is its own
Okay,
continent. I think it's an island state, like Hawaii.
Please, I am so tired.
I'm sorry, darling. Please continue. The 7 seas.
Plus-
Vinny and I.
The fucking ocean, I guess. But for now, you all are in the port city of Diara after being told a couple of your options for how you would like to cross the number of oceans. However, you haven't actually met up to spread that information yet. Instead, each of the group has been a little bit spread out across the town, with Armani and Psyche having some religious experiences in the Temple District, both of them looking very different, and Nomos and Ivory having an interesting time trying to explore the bureaucratic notions of getting a fucking boat in this town, as well as discovering an interesting character while watching a gambling back and forth. However, both of those things are over now, and each of you has made your way back towards the inn and tavern on the beach that you all are staying in, the Rowdy Sea Dog, so you can meet up, discuss plans, and figure out where you're going next. So, that was where we were. You all were headed that way. What is the plan?
I believe we're all just gonna inform the rest of the group that, hey, we are looking to get passage on a ship. The ship that we're planning on taking is arriving in port in 3 or so days. So we have a little bit of time. So if you want to do things,
Maybe get
you
some
can
more
do
money.
that. We can maybe get some more money in the meantime, because this is an expensive trip. And I don't want us to be broke when we arrive in the Tantalian Islands. Also, what have y'all been up to? Did you punch anybody in a church? Did you kiss anybody in
That
a
would
church?
be weird, right?
That would be weird,
You
right?
painted
Imagine
a
kissing
church.
somebody in
Wonder
a
how you
church.
got that, like that necklace you're wearing.
Yeah, Psyche's showing up with a new piece of jewelry, and Armani's showing up with like
Punch
bruises.
marks.
bruises. To be fair, only like one
Cutlass.
bruise, because after that point, they were pulling their punches. But
Psyche did ask Armani on the way back if they wanted like some juice, like, but
Need some healing?
I feel like Armani might be too proud.
Oh, do you mean like healing? potion?
healing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean healing. I just think it's funny to say juice.
I feel like Armani.
Hey, Monty, just so you don't get beat up by another priest, you want some steroids?
That's what I thought you were offering. I was like, when did Psyche get magic steroids?
I got
Psyche
magic
invented
shrooms.
shimmer.
We can play in
I
the
was
This
gonna
space.
would
say,
not
this
help.
Ivory's in this
What is
party.
in the fucking water today?
I don't know.
Drugs.
We are solidly 4 minutes in.
Yeah, go.
But I would say that Armani does refuse the juice, as you so eloquently put it. I think they are a bit too proud of that, and I think they're a bit like, no, I didn't get my ass handed to me. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not
Yeah,
having. I'm having normal emotions right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like he was
When
like, yeah,
they
we
roll up.
went to the temple district. It was fine. It was fun.
Can we
Do I
just come
notice the
downstairs
necklace?
still?
I don't know,
I
make a
kinda wanna-
perception check. And yeah, are you
Did
meeting up in like your rooms, or are you doing this in like the main room? It's pretty busy down there.
Our rooms.
Probably in our rooms because the rowdy dog is busy.
Yeah,
as
did
shit,
you go
right?
ahead and get your rooms? I'm a bad DM and I forgot.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yes.
Cool, that's what I thought.
Rooms were gotten.
We only had one night though.
Yes.
Yeah, we do need to change that.
Perception, that's a 12.
12? I mean,
it's
Psyche,
not
are you
being
wearing
hidden.
it like under your clothes, or like where are you wearing the necklace?
Wearing the necklace. I do have paint on my face though.
That is more obvious.
That is probably more
Oh.
noticeable.
I have bright
Yeah, both
paint,
of them
like,
have paint on their
across
face.
my face.
Okay. Yeah, what did you guys get up to?
Oh, I went to a temple. I got a holy symbol.
And it seems a bit of autistic license was taken.
What?
We all
Like he-
started that the same way.
Okay,
Like you fully like
artistic in the Nomos accent does not like sound like the word artist.
Oh, I'm so.
It looks a bit autistic.
to be fair. I mean, they are, but like
Oh my god.
this is such an episode.
I see you took some artistic license.
Oh. What? Psyche like is a little bit out of it.
Mhairi, are you okay?
I'm just trying to keep going to give them a little time to
Let's just keep
recover.
going. Let's just
Go
keep
ahead,
going.
go ahead,
I'll
don't
give you some.
mind
I'll give you some
me.
cooldown
Don't
time.
mind me. Let's go.
Yeah, no,
Oh, thank God British people aren't real.
let's yeah, no, yeah, I'd like try and rub it off, but I don't think it really works. It's been like dried on there for
Absolutely
a little
not.
while.
It's dried paint.
And then it just my face just starts turning red because I'm like
Yeah.
scratching at it. I'm like, okay,
Don't
no.
try to.
yeah,
Anything to write home about, or?
yeah, actually, before we leave the city, I want to take you.
I would like to go. I don't know if they'd like me in there.
Honestly, I'm not sure they'd care that much.
I'd take your word for it. I feel like this whole relationship betwixt the two of them is more one-sided than anything. So, but good news. We're here for 3 more days. So,
Yeah. Have I,
We
like-
didn't.
Yeah.
Hmm?
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, we didn't actually make purchase of tickets. But the ship, I think when it arrives, we will purchase fare. I believe
Okay.
the total cost came up to
It was 450 a head.
450 a person. And that's most of our funds. So if we wanted, we could get some work done in town to line our pockets a bit more
Yeah.
before we depart.
If we
but
could also get any kind of like physical objects that might be worth more than coin in the Feywilds, that would probably be smart.
I have a feeling that you and Armani would have a better idea as to what that might entail.
Yeah. We might go shopping, or at least around and see what there are for now.
Yes, you just have more experience. But Mani, what about your temple going experience? You seem a little scuffed.
I'm gonna roll deception. I fell. I tripped.
Yeah, roll deception.
Insight!
Yeah, the others
Insight.
can make insight rolls. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
18.
It's a
23?
15.
Oh, yeah. So since you both rolled so high, Psyche also laughs a little bit when you say that.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's that combined with those rolls. Armani is
Armani is
fucking
lying
out
out
their ass. Jinx.
Yeah?
I
You said Jinx in my
Very much.
brain. Where?
I guess the temple may need a better staircase, it seems.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm gonna go up to our room.
Sure.
Fun.
We'll extend our stay for a few days. What time of day is it?
That's a good fucking question.
Stay us into
I
Ivory.
think it's like 3 or 4 p.m.
Yeah, it's by this point it's gonna be about 3-ish, a little later.
Exactly what time is it, Mhairi?
It's
I hold Mani. I hold Ivory's head.
3:22 p.m.
Amazing. Okay.
3:22 p.m. Where is the meridian on Aldrithe?
Ewan.
Ewan.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Please.
But
Babe,
I-
please.
Ivory, if you want, I'm sorry. Ivory, if you want, you could do your bit of shopping now. You can take Mani with you. I'm probably going to extend our stay, and I can, if you want, I can start looking for work. However, I'm a little intrigued by what's it called, interesting characters that we saw in the bar earlier. But I guess
The what?
we saw
There
some interesting
was
characters.
some-
Ivory got a better look.
I don't know if you saw when we were walking up, but the kind of like gambling that's happening. Just like, was it
Oh.
cards?
It was dice.
It was
Dice.
yeah, dice
Um,
game.
I mean, like, it's a game of luck, but there was someone who was quite a bit ahead, and then they just kind of folded, so I don't know what that whole
Okay.
deal was, but they kind of...
Like, I don't know
Walk
anything about
back.
gambling, but okay.
Sure hope you weren't weird about it. Like, I didn't hope you didn't like fall down the bathroom or anything like that.
No, of course.
Yeah, great.
They tried wrong bathroom. But
See, here's the thing.
They
If
had
they had
a-
walked by me, I was gonna offer them a drink.
You could keep an eye
yeah,
out.
no, it wouldn't have been anything weird, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Sure.
yeah, I'm
Ivory's never
yeah.
been rude to a stranger, ever.
Never.
Ivory has never found someone's room and then left a threatening note.
No,
And then,
Ivory has
It
It
never
wouldn't be the
broken
first
into
time.
old ruins. Ivory has never.
Ivory has never left a threat for an unknown powerful person before. Yeah, you know.
And then I got
Ivory has never
returned.
threatened powers far beyond their control or comprehension.
Yeah, Ivory hasn't
That's-
like freed an eldritch demigod.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, now we all have.
Yeah.
Not separate ones, just in general. But
I'm sure they're...
um,
if anything's going on, it's probably going to be here for a little bit, because, I mean, organized things tend to stick around at least a little while. Do we want to head back up and split off?
Sure. Where are we all
so I
going?
guess- well,
not too
Ivory
late.
and Mani are
Shop.
getting doing a bit of shopping, and then if you want,
Or
you
at
and I
least
could do some...
window shopping.
Yeah.
True. We could be looking for work, or if you really wanted to take me to that church now, you could. I assume he doesn't have working hours.
I don't know. I didn't ask.
It's a
I thought
temple.
I thought we were leaving, so.
True,
Um,
true. But yeah, if we can
But
do
yeah,
that, or
no,
we can
let's-
do some look
we
at
can
this
go
town
look
as a
for a bulletin or something, and then maybe stop by.
perfect. Works for me. For the sake of brevity, I can just. How much would it run me to get us 2 more days stay? At
2
the
more
inn?
days stay. I'm gonna check real quick. That's you guys have the regular
It was
2 room
2
setup,
gold
right?
for 2 rooms
Yeah.
for 1 day last night, so I assume it's
Yeah.
going to be 4 gold.
That would be 4 gold. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just checking you still have the same 2 rooms.
Goodness me, price gouging.
Do we all want to pitch in for that?
I
Or-
covered it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Between us, we
Right.
have
Sorry,
about.
I was looking at my items, and one of the things in it is unfortunate knife. I don't know if that's there. Might check on that later.
Yeah, it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it's
never really
gone.
consistent about that.
Yeah, it's
For no
gone.
reason.
You think?
It better be. I'm so proud of you for getting rid of that knife. Nomos seeing Psyche packing the next day and seeing the fucking knife.
What?
Joke to you.
All right, so you
God.
get rooms.
Do you
Now,
think this is a game?
let's be clear. I'm not quite sure where everyone is going.
Nomos and I are going. I don't know. I assume that there might be some kind of bulletin board in the center-ish of the town, maybe somewhat near the Temple District, and we're going there first to see if we can find like a quick job. And then after that, if it seems like the Temple District is still open, I am taking him to Passionize Temple.
Okay. Armani, what's up?
Window shopping.
Yes.
For what?
We wanted to. No, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
We're just gonna try to find stuff that might be more valuable to Faye than golds.
Okay. I'm gonna take some time to think on that and give y'all some time to think on that. So I'm gonna go to the siblings first.
Okay.
You two make your way towards the center of town, trying to find some kind of quest board or central building there that might have some kind of quest board in it with job postings. You get to the center of town. No. You find a couple of marketplaces, but you don't really seem to find a building like that near the Temple District, near the center of town, that has that kind of thing in it. Like, just for the sake of brevity, you're not going the right direction. You're not going to find it.
We could check. We could check with the. Oh goodness. The Shipwrights Guild, or sorry, the Shipwrights Building, or the. Oh goodness, the. There was 2 places to go. There was the dock. It was the Shipwrights, and then what was the other building, darling?
Checking real quick just to make sure. Yeah, the Trade Master, who you were
Trademaster.
directed towards when they talked about jobs.
Mm-hmm. There
All
we
right.
go then. We
Are
could
they
take the Trade Master. Right
still-
next to.
Open then?
It's about 3 p.m. I wouldn't expect them to be closing until like at least 6, unless this place is weird like that.
All right. Let's go then.
Okay, so just as a heads up, because I don't know how much you're going for efficiency, you headed towards the center of town and towards the Temple District. That was where you went. That is the opposite direction to the Trade Master. So you will be going back, and then if you want to come back to the Temple District, you'll be going back again. So
True.
it's up to you if you want to do that out of order or not.
I want to make sure we get a job. I don't want to waste our time not getting a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing: Trade Master might close. Temple probably doesn't close.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't seem like a thing that would happen. And also, Elna doesn't even have a temple. Elna has a shrine. So I don't really need to have working hours if I want to stop by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In addition to Peshni's area. So yeah,
Okay.
Trademaster first.
Then you guys kind of take a deep breath, hike your way back across town, closer to the other side of the docks. And you can make your way to the two buildings that you saw before, kind of assuming that the building that is not the guild hall, that is not the shipwrights guild hall, is the Trademasters building. It's
Are we right?
Yes, you are.
Nice. Let's go. I didn't even have to roll for that one. Roll for shipwrights. 10.
What does that mean?
That's a good question. You're the DM.
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm insufferable tonight. I don't know what it is. Something in the water.
You make your way into the Trademasters building. This one is less of a corporate maze than the shipwrights building was. With the shipwrights building, you made your way through this whole maze of halls with a kind of shitty directory, trying to figure out where you should go where. The Trademasters building is a lot simpler, a lot more open, and there is actually like kind of a reception desk that seems to have like some sort of information at it. You can't quite see who's manning it at this point, but it seems like there's a central desk that you might be able to go to, or there's just less rooms. All of the doors to different rooms seem to be open onto this central room, so you don't have to go like on a corridor maze. Seems like it's a little bit more accessible. Do you want to just look for like names on doors, or do you want to go up to the like receptionist desk?
Receptionist, because when there's help, use it.
Yeah. Okay. You two make your way towards the receptionist desk, and you realize it's not manned by a person. This is a construct. That
Ooh, robot!
seems to be like a metal construct, worn, a little rusted, that seems to be doing the most, like, sorting different ledgers and stuff at the table, and a couple books kind of stacked around.
Huh.
Have I ever
So-
seen like a construct before?
No, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if Nomos has ever seen a construct either.
Absolutely not. But if this thing were to like tell me where to go, would this be considered an ATM?
Wasn't there a construct when we were fighting that tournament?
That's right, there was a construct there. So this is your
That's
second
true.
construct you've ever
Also,
seen.
my ATM pun.
I didn't
ATM stands
process
for
it.
automated teller machine.
Yeah.
Oh, because then it tells
Because-
you.
Uh-huh,
It-
I think I'm funny.
You are.
Um,
You are funny. I promise. But yeah, I'd sort of walk up to the construct. I'm like, hi.
Greetings.
Hey, we're looking for jobs, like short jobs.
Short-term jobs. On the docks?
I don't really know if we care.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. We're leaving in 3 days, and we want to make some more coin before we get on a ship and spend all our money.
It kind of just looks at you a little bit in confusion.
Psyche doesn't know how to talk to a robot.
And takes a moment to...
It's like my
it's-
grandparent trying to use Alexa.
You can kind of
Yes.
hear the gears turning in there a little bit.
Job postings available with Trademaster Akalin.
Great. Where's their office?
The robot kind of reaches up, this kind of rusty, a little bit what's the word I'm looking for, stuttery arm, and just kind of points vaguely towards a set of doors on the other side of the room.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
As we walk over, I'm like,
Nomos walks away like very stiffly.
Nomos, that was so fucking weird.
I remember we were originally going to work at a night shift at a place in Wakefeld, that had those there. I remember I was very intrigued by it. I remember we didn't have time. Maybe
Oh
we'll go back.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh goodness, what was it?
I think it would be okay. To be fair, I think it would
The
be
one that had the
absolutely
novel by
terrifying.
Matthias Patrician.
No,
written
because
after
they'd be
right.
because just thinking about being like locked in there with one all night is absolutely terrifying.
I believe
So,
it was 5 actually.
oh god.
But
Anyway, the trade master.
the Trademaster Auckland.
So you make your way across the room.
What was the
towards
name of the
It was
of
called
the
the Tasty
restaurant?
Tinkerer.
The Tasty Tinkerer.
Um,
That had a horror novel written about it by
by
Matthias Patrician.
Yes, timely, really.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
That was a while ago. God, you
God, I loved Wakefeld so much.
You-
You just did shit.
you really did. You make your way across the room, kind of just towards where the robot generally kind of pointed you, and you find a couple doors, most of which are like unlabeled. You're not sure if they're like storage or whatever, but they don't have nameplates like almost every single door back at the shipwrights did. However, you do find one that has the name Trademaster Akalin on it, just kind of printed in a clear, nicely sized font.
I think we knock first, and hope that this person isn't on their lunch break.
You knock, and there's kind of a moment you hear, "Who is it?"
Hi. The
The teller at
the front desk.
front of the building told us to come here.
Well, yeah.
Sort of work.
There's kind of a moment, and then the door just opens, and you see this person standing in front of you. They are a water genasi, with like short, almost kind of cropped purple hair, that kind of looks across at you with, "I'm sorry, did you have an appointment that I forgot about?"
No.
We were unaware we needed to make one, did we?
Possibly. What exactly were you looking for? You just said
we-
jobs. That's very non-specific. I do a lot.
We're
of
leaving in
different jobs.
3 days, and ship fare is expensive.
Oh, are you looking for a crew to work on while you go? Well, I can absolutely get you on a crew.
I mean, that's fine with me. I think. I don't know if any of us have like that much experience, but I don't know. I think boats are cool.
I mean, it's basic physical work most of the time, with loading, unloading, that kind of thing. You'll need to have at least a little bit of sea legs on you. You don't want to worry too much about seasickness and motion sickness because you'll be out there a while. Also depends on where you're going, because, you know, you don't exactly get to decide where the ship is going. You just kind of go along with it.
All right. Yeah. No, we're our ship leaves for the Tantalian Islands in 3-ish days.
I believe what we were
So you're
trying to do
already
was
on a
get
ship?
work.
No.
We are passengers on a ship, and we are looking for work to do within the next 3 days to line our pockets a bit more before we lose most of our wealth on the tickets. If you had any short-term terrestrial work to be done, whether that is guarding something. We are adventurers. We're fairly skilled in things such as combat.
pest
if that is
control.
something of value. We do pest control. We've done that before.
Well, I'm sorry, but you may need to speak to individuals about that. Right now, most of the small jobs we do through contracting groups right now, instead of just random people that wander in, you know, security issues with putting random people on the docks.
Understand.
So
fair.
if you'd like to work with people, then that's great. I'm glad you've got initiative, but if you're looking for short-term jobs like that and you're not with a contracting company, then unfortunately there's nothing I can do for you right now.
All right, that's fine.
Understandable. Sure. Have a good rest of your evening.
Good luck. If you talk to individuals in town, you might be able to find something, but other than that.
Oh, I have an idea. Thank you.
Good day. She kind of closes the door awkwardly and goes back in.
Also kind of have an idea? Yours first.
We could go to the temple. I met someone there who is a sailor sometimes. I don't really know. She didn't explain, but I want you to meet them. I guess.
Is this for work or for pleasure?
Work. This is work. Because Psyche like fully like blue screens a little bit, but is like powers through it. It's like, no, this is to find jobs.
Okay.
They said individuals, and I know an individual who like maybe knows people. I don't know. They live here.
Sure. Someone who's a local will probably be able to point us in the right direction.
Yeah.
if
What was
they
your
themselves
idea?
don't have work. Much more general. Find something like an apothecary that might need like stock from bestial parts or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could try that
Not
too.
nearly as fun as yours, but go into a forest, climb a tree, get a special egg, and then
I mean, we
give it
kind
to
of
them or
tried the
something.
get a special egg quest one, and that went great.
We never did it actually.
Yeah,
Which
we didn't even get to finding the special egg.
we were too busy. I was personally too busy being almost killed by you.
Yeah,
But
good old days.
that's good old
Yeah, okay.
and that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do
So let's go to the temple because I don't know if they'll still be there.
All right. You make your way across
I
town.
just start speed walking.
After a conversation that had a couple interesting beats in that one, you make your way across town.
Like, nailed it.
Nomos was like,
that was
"Man,
so normal.
Was I not nearly as funny as I thought I was? Like, come on, I I thought we're okay about teasing about the past. This is
Yeah, with Psyche thinking they've aced it, and almost worrying a little bit. You
Yeah.
each make your
Like,
way
it's like
across town.
I'm getting a good grade in conversation with my brother, something that is both normal to want and impossible to achieve.
But you make your way back towards the temple district, and Nomos, you see for the first time all of the variety in buildings and structures of the temple district that Armani and Psyche saw the day before, including the giant statue at the center of the temple district, which is so unlike the statues you've seen of Elnet. There's something fluid about this one. It seems to carry
Who's this
movement in it. I'm not sure if I ever explicitly said who it was, but there's literally like
Pat?
an inscription at the bottom. No, I mean in the
Yeah.
square. There's literally an inscription at the
Oh.
bottom.
In
so
the
I don't
square,
mind
it was Dejanal Jindal and a third figure.
Melius is the third.
Oh, that would make sense.
Oh,
Yes.
Melius.
Dejanal is the one that's reaching
How's my
up
boy
towards
Melius?
the sky.
How's Melius doing?
Dejanal is the one reaching up towards the sky, Jindal is the one guarding Dejanal, and Melius is the one reaching out towards the sea. But in the cloak. Yes.
He do be bringing the tides.
What?
Melius,
okay,
the
just keep
tide bringer.
Yes, sorry,
He
I
bringing the
misheard that.
tides.
I
He
misheard
could be
that.
bringing the tides.
Yes, they are. But Melius does use they them pronouns and only they them
forgive me.
pronouns. But that is this giant structure at the center of the temple district itself, and there is movement to it. There is a sense of camaraderie between the figures in the statue itself, and you're so used to seeing statues of Elnet that are just so deeply stiff, and carry none of this movement, none of this friendliness, that it's almost weird to see this religious iconography in such a different way. And also you've spent your time almost exclusively in areas that are Elnet heavy, and so you walk into the temple district and you look around for familiar architecture, and you don't see a temple that has those kinds of Elnet motifs.
I think I realize why all of the Elnet temples A look the same and B don't look great. When your worshippers have a vendetta against artists as a whole, who's going to build your buildings?
Yeah. boring.
Do they
people.
outsource?
No. Look at these.
I mean,
Do
the
you
Temple of
think
the
they
Divine
outsourced?
Magistrate is something.
Look at this. Is this outsourcing?
No, not this one. The Elnet temples, because no one autistic would
Oh,
build.
yeah.
No one autistic.
Yeah, no.
Would,
None of those are outsourcing. They're just doing the best they can with what they've got, which is bad and nothing. Not to like
she's trying her
disrespect your
best.
faith.
She's trying.
Yeah, she is. She is. She is.
Maybe
She
not.
is. Her followers. I believe you. I think that she is definitely trying her best. Not so
If
sure
she
about
isn't-
a lot of her followers, though.
If she isn't trying her best, I'm going to be quite put out, to put it
Uh-huh.
lightly. But
I think she probably
yes.
is.
Where did you want to take me?
So I sort of turn around and like gesture at the Passionized Temple. It's this one.
You lead the way.
Okay.
You're on home turf.
Yeah. I just sort of like grab my holy symbol and like rub my thumb across it, and as I like walk forward.
Okay.
Runs in the family.
First of all, Nomos, real quick, can I get a perception check as you walk into the temple?
Absolutely tootly.
Shakes and cries and
That is my
screams.
5th 10 in a row. So 11.
Where's your dice?
11. Okay, cool.
This is
That's
my
good to
new
know.
metal ones I got for Christmas.
You make your way towards the Temple of Passionai and into it. Again, there are no real, like, doors. It's very, open air. As you kind of enter, you notice that it seems like there are, like, curtains that can be pulled across the, like, the entranceways if necessary, but other than that, it's very open air.
What happens
Which
when it rains?
Is the first question you have. That question is only exacerbated, when you look around, and this is a very different worship space to the kind of worship spaces you have been
Where
in
are
before.
my pews?
Where-
Yeah,
the
no,
pews?
it's nothing but pillows and blankets on the floor, and oh, who painted this? That doesn't go. That doesn't coordinate. Is it supposed to? Because that just looks like someone took a bucket of paint and just splashed it across the wall.
How many
Oh
people
my God.
conservatively have drawn penises on the wall and then
So
left?
many! So many! And they are left up. They are not.
People, 90. 90?
90?
8.
They're not deliberately covered up either. Like this is not the temple where you're gonna see the dick drawings get immediately covered up.
Yeah.
So like
They get outlined.
they will eventually get covered
Are
up
they
as
hyper realistic?
Yeah.
what? No, as layers and more layers of paint are added, they're gonna get covered up eventually, but like none deliberately. No one's going out of their way. So like if you look in the different like drawings across, you'll find a couple dicks. Like just
The one celibate worshipper of Passionai.
poor thing.
The one celibate worshipper of Passionai. The one artistic worshipper of Elnet. They are friends.
But it is a bit of a color tornado in here. You don't see that many people. You can hear what sounds like someone kind of having a conversation in a corner where it seems like the curtains are drawn. But you can only kind of hear murmuring over there. The only person that you see is someone who appears to be an Eladrin in their autumn phase, who with short hair, who kind of looks over their shoulder as you enter, and you see their face just like light up when they see Psyche, and they're like, "Oh, you're back quickly."
Yeah. I'm in town for a few more days. I actually had a question to ask you.
Okay, shoot.
So we're trying to find like basically like quick jobs. And we went to go see if there were like postings for jobs or anything, and we went to the Tide person. You're making a face.
No, keep talking. It's not about you.
Well, what's it about?
Yeah, with all of the weird contract work they've been doing down there
Okay, so
recently.
what's with the contracts? Everyone's mentioned the contracts.
Well, there's all of the groups that do work down here now, because they security issues or whatever, all of the groups that do work down here now have to do it through all of these big overarching work like companies. The ones who run it don't even do anything. They just sit there and they herd people like cattle and call it good. It's not like it's any actual like security benefit. They'll hire anyone long term if they'll sign their soul away. And you know, it was supposed to bring down the smuggling trade, but but honestly, all it ever did was make smuggling worse, because now that's the only way you can make money in this town. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant.
Oh, that's fine. That sounds really frustrating, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if maybe you knew anyone who needed a hand.
You see her kind of like start to open their mouth and say something, and then they kind of look at you and look at Nomos and look at you and go, so who's this?
This is my brother.
Oh.
I brought him because there's a family connection to Pashnai, and he's a little I just sort of pat you on the shoulder and like look down, distant. With
In
love.
my defense, it was unbeknownst to me.
No, I know. It wasn't your fault. I'm not really in a place to talk.
We both make decisions.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, Nomos.
Gemma. And as they kind of step forward, they reach out a hand, and as they step forward towards you, they say, "It's good to meet you." And you are just kind of like overwhelmed for a minute, made a little bit dizzy, and you're not sure why as they kind of move closer to you. But they reach out and they shake your hand. And
Can I figure out what the fuck that was?
yeah, sure. Roll.
Arcana?
Yeah, I'd say Arcana.
Nature?
Maybe.
I'm better at our. No, I'm not.
It's
I'm
still
equally bad at
magical.
both.
For horny.
It's
Yeah.
still magical, even if it's weird. You could do Arcana. You'd have to roll really high to figure out what exactly is going on here.
I cannot roll investigation or religion or intimidation or athletics, can I? Okay, then I will roll Arcana. That's what I'm good at.
I got the prettiest DC.
I'm gonna let you guys guess what I rolled.
A
I'm gonna let
10.
you guys guess what I rolled. It was a 10.
You have-
Plus 1, 11 again.
You have no idea why that just happened.
Hmm.
But it's good to meet you.
Is my mom mad at me?
Do you also worship Passionai then?
No.
No. Not out of any distaste. Again, out of family situation. I did not know.
Raised into it. Shit's complicated.
Okay. I'm not trying
He is wearing.
to...
He does have his.
That's totally simple. It's just like right.
Yeah, it's just
out there.
hanging there.
I'm
That is
not
why he
trying
is
to
a little
interrogate
nervous.
you. It's okay. You don't need to justify things. It's all right. Just wondering.
I wanted to make it clear because I grew up isolated, to put it lightly, and I was not aware of the relationship between Elnet and Passionai until, say, 2 months
Elnet.
ago.
Okay.
Yes.
He's still
And-
fine, I promise.
I don't care. That's more a him problem than it is a me problem, honestly. Sorry, I think that may have come off the wrong way.
No,
But
it's
No,
fine. We
you're
bully him all the
fine.
time. It's fine.
You're not wrong.
Uh,
And probably for the best that it's mainly a me problem. But it is lovely in here. Different, but good.
I'm glad you like it. Would you like to paint something? Psyche painted something while they were here.
I'll show you if you want.
Sure. I've never painted. I
Yeah.
think I did calligraphy once, and
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
know.
good at it.
Come on.
The
Okay.
point isn't to be good.
But why do it?
Oh, okay. There's a lot to unpack in that one.
All right. I'm just gonna go show him my painting real quick.
Okay.
Uh,
You have fun.
thanks. and I bring you over to just. Is it still there?
Yeah. It's
Just-
been a matter of hours. You're good.
Yeah. Just the shittiest little rendition of Nexus you've ever seen, but it's still Nexus.
I think before he knows that, he just knocks his fucking head against the wall, just like, I'm not. Coming in here was a mistake.
Oh. No, this is. I mean, I'm having fun.
I know I don't need to make a good impression because this is a temple in a town that we do not live in, that we will be here for only about 3 or so days. I don't need to make a good impression, but also I do, and I didn't.
I think you were probably fine, to be honest. Also, I think they're like. I think probably they trust my judgment.
You don't really have judgment
maybe?
about your siblings, but
You can. Oh, you like I used to have some judgments. Anyway,
I mean,
as
whether
a
or
note,
not I am your sibling.
yeah, I know.
as a note, Nomos, you put your head against the wall for a moment, and as you pull your head back to look at what Psyche
Is there
wants
wet
to show
paint
you,
on my horns?
there
There's
is
wet
wet
paint
paint
on
on
it.
your face.
It was just my horns.
It was just
a
your horns, then
clunk.
there's wet paint on your horns.
Yeah.
There's like a smear of like red and like pink.
Great. Love that for me. But
So
yes.
this is what I painted.
Do I recognize it?
Absolutely. I don't think you'll ever forget what that painting looks like.
Oh.
So it's not good.
It's recognizable.
Yeah, but
It's
that's not the.
yours.
Yeah. That's the point.
I do disagree. I do think it is good. It's impressionistic.
Okay, you are heavily biased, but I'm hoping that like maybe we can work through this. So pick up a paintbrush, or you can like literally use your hands. Half of the paint on this wall is really wet anyway.
I'm gonna take my gloves off.
I'm just gonna go like hunting for like any stray paintbrushes on the ground.
You can like turn around
Nomos
and
knows what he is. I think I know what Nomos is gonna paint. But yes, he will take a brush.
yeah, you kind of have to look around for one. You can kind of see on the other side of the room, Gemma's just kind of watching this go down with this like curious look on her face. And she kind of picks up a little cup of paint, turns around. You see her kind of like shift a bit, turns back around and walks over with the cup of paint and holds it out to Nomos.
Takes it. Is there black anywhere to be used?
There's like some black that looks wet on the wall, but as you take what actually turns out to be blue paint, from Gemma's other hand comes up and she just fully flicks a little bit of blue paint across the front of your armor and your face.
I think I'm starting to understand why you came back colorful.
That was them.
It's fun.
I
It's like
have
it's
a
like
feeling.
a souvenir.
Hazing.
You could say that.
Okay, well I. So?
See, you know me when I think of blue. I don't want my first attempt to be a horrible rendition of them.
Matter. It's okay. You can. I just sort of look at Gemma for a second.
Do you
I
have
like
black?
look back at Nomos and I say, "Paint how they make you feel."
Gemma smiles and then goes, "Yeah, I have black paint. 1 minute."
You can hold on that, actually. The original plan was to draw Fida,
Aw.
because it is very easy to draw a dog, and it is very hard to draw a person.
Yes.
No, like I'm talking children's drawings of
Yeah.
things. it is easier to draw like circle, tail,
Circle,
leg,
line,
leg, bark, face, ears. Nomos holds the paintbrush like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there I remember white was difficult to get. But I know
Yes,
you
but
had
it is
some
possible.
for Nexus. Um, can I borrow some of yours?
Yeah,
The white
go for
from.
it. Just
I'll make sure it doesn't scuff yours up too much. And I think Nomos is just trying to make something bright. He's using their color scheme. It's something bright, not angular. It isn't rough or pointy or abrasive like he is. I think it's everything that he isn't and that he loves is what he tries to make. And I think it's going to be primarily white, blue, and purple if he can fandangle that.
Aw. Yeah.
Psyche goes looking and tries to help you with colors. And every time they find the right color, they just sort of smear some like on the wall so that you can use it.
I thought you were
then
going to say like
whatever's-
on my armor, and I'm like, please,
No,
this
and
is
then
gonna be
whatever's-
awful.
whatever's left, I just sort of like smear up one of your horns on the side of your face, like down your nose, and I just cover you in as much color as I can do. It like as much color as I can.
Do you know how difficult it is to get paint out of a beard?
No.
I don't either. That was a genuine question.
You literally
I've
just
never
hear
grown it
Gemma
out.
just in the back.
I just think the color's nice on you. Art looks good.
It's shapes. What did you say? Artist circles?
Yeah. Yeah, art can be circles.
I think after he kind of finishes it, he just kind of takes some of that paint off of his face and just slaps his palm onto the center of it, and leaves his handprint as like a separate color on top of it.
Nice. I just sort of like bonk my head onto one of his pauldrons and go, I think they'd be proud of you.
It's not perfect, is it?
Yeah.
Another Absolus piece for the pile?
Yeah. How well do I remember what they looked like?
Twister?
Our parents.
No, KO and
Make an intelligence check.
That's a bad number for me.
Yeah.
8.
Can I assist?
No, this is memory.
Yeah.
And they're not really like saying out loud, so it's not like you
No,
could assist
I'm
with
just thinking
recall.
about it.
That's true. I could also try to remember them if you ask me.
Psyche, you have no memory of them as people. You only have a memory of a painting. And it's sometimes hard to get the details.
I just sort of sit there and like as we talk, I just sort of get whatever colors I can and just paint like fuzzy figures. Like just sort of painting with my thumb, not a brush. 2 taller ones. And I get my pinky in a lighter color and just smear 2 smaller figures underneath them.
Do you remember when you were trying so desperately with every fiber of your being to escape the concept of family?
Yeah.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I wasn't great either.
No. Both weird in different ways, I guess, but I thought you might like it here.
There's something about it. I don't know
There's
if
definitely something.
I did have a genuine feeling of nausea, not like that I didn't like it here. Just like when I was speaking to the person, felt like someone pulled a rug out from under me. Not in a good way, just in a way. I didn't know if that was or anything else, or maybe that's just me thinking into things.
I felt it too. So like,
Kind of as
Oh.
you say that, you watch Gemma approach the two of you. They're holding what looks like a wet rag with, well, since you were a good sport, you can at least get it off your face with the armor. And also, sorry, I just do that.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I didn't know if it was. When weird things happen to me, I assume God is mad at me, or
just sort of
is
hold up my
trying
fist.
to fist bump.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you want to sit down and listen to, my thoughts on my faith, and I'm not going to impress that upon you.
I'm sure that's a deeply personal journey for you, yes.
Yeah, you can live without that. Thank you. Probably a good idea to get this off my armor.
It'll be harder once it's dry, so.
Yeah. Thank you. Your name again?
Oh, Gemma.
Right.
And, what you painted looks great.
It sure is shapes and colors.
That's what makes it great.
Maybe.
Told you my name.
Oh, you didn't?
I was thinking about it. I never told you my name. I know this because I went back through the VOD.
I totally forgot that. Me as the DM.
Yeah.
If Gemma said your name,
Mhm.
then she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. If I did, then I didn't. DM experience. If I did that, then
If I
Yeah.
did, then
no,
I didn't. I think I've said it
Then
like once this
no.
session, so.
You're wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's Psyche.
Psyche.
You didn't give the last name?
I don't tend to.
I mean, I thought it'd have some weight, or like, at least a fun little nod.
That's
Don't
like
have to.
exactly why I don't give it out.
Understandable. Thought here of all places might be where you
Sure.
use it.
Uh,
I'm not forcing you.
I'd
I was just
sort
surprised.
of throw a thumb back at my shitty little drawing of Nexus and go, Psyche Absolis.
Gonna roll something real quick.
I thought if anyone would know, it
Yeah.
would be
Nomos assuming that he can just name drop.
I think I've heard.
Nomos
that
is used to name dropping because he always would introduce him as High Inquisitor. This
I
is
know!
the thing that he
And
does.
Psyche is used to trying to be inconspicuous at all times.
I think
Yeah,
I've heard that last name.
Yeah.
Where do I know it from?
They were artists. Famous artists, apparently.
Oh. Yes, right. I had a bit of a phase with the sculpture. You wait. Wait. You
Yeah, that'd be Ko. My dad.
Oh. Well, then I mean, it was already a pleasure to meet you both, but now I guess it's an honor too.
I mean, if it helps, I'd never met him, so no.
Well, you
Not his fault. I mean, like I did, but like not really.
what I
Fine.
wouldn't give to get some of the stories from you two.
I mean,
sure
I
there's
have-
plenty to paint.
You can definitely come back. This is at Psyche. I mean,
Yeah,
you seem like you're definitely coming back.
I mean,
I would
I hope
hope.
to. Yeah. I could I find you here?
Usually. I mean, unless you want to find me at night, in which case you might find me at home, but I spend most of the day here usually, since I don't plan on going out on a boat anytime soon right now. Yeah?
Cool.
A couple things.
What's up?
People are telling me in chat that the reaction to the Epsalis name, well, maybe not that, but the what I wouldn't give to hear some stories from you. Can I just insight that? And also, can I separately can I insight? I'm not getting on a boat anytime soon, haha. Because I don't trust like that.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here knowing all of the reasons all these
So,
things are said.
Ewan
I
do
had
as
right,
well.
So you're
It's so
inciting. So you're
You in
inciting.
the server to roll insight.
So you're inciting.
Yes, people are
what?
messaging me. I want to insight two separate things. First thing is just the general reaction to the Epsalis name. I think. Is that what y'all wanted? Sorry, this is not off my own volition. This is
I
off of
don't think
angry
that's what they
DMs
want you
I've
to
been
roll
getting.
insight about.
What do you want me to roll on?
The fucking, like, oh yeah, I assume my god's just mad at me. No biggie though. Like, you're not gonna insight that at all, Nomos?
I said the I assume my
Nomos said
God's mad
that.
at me.
They said,
What
"Oh, I
Nomos
just do
said.
that." Sorry.
I know.
The I just do that was
I
about
know,
the
but
paint.
like, you should.
No, the "Oh, I just do that" was about what you had what they had overheard you just saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
the I
gonna
just
let
do that
that slide,
like
Nomos?
about like the
Oh,
the
the I
rug.
just do that. I mean, yeah, I can't. I can try. I can look at that. Ewan no.
Yeah,
but for the sake of gameplay,
Asa no.
Ewan no. Because I know something's wrong because Eladrin in its fall phase doesn't make sense. Gang, we're in spring.
You're technically still in winter, but the point still stands.
Yes, we're not in that season. Something wrong. But there's that. So yeah, I can roll on that, but I do also want to roll on the I'm not going on a boat anytime soon.
Okay, sure. Make
I
your
think
first
the answer will be
insight roll.
similar. 11. So 12.
12. You have
I'm
no
gonna use
idea what's
different
going
dice.
on with that. Also, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with that when it seems to be actively happening still as they speak to you. They get close to hand you that rag, and you cannot just take your eyes off of them.
I can tell it is a magical or unnatural feeling, I assume.
It feels like a glamour,
Define.
as in a magical effect that
Like
makes
enchantment?
it's a type of enchantment that makes a person seem more attractive or more alluring,
Okay.
just through magical means.
Okay. All right, and then my second one was on the I'm not going on a boat.
10.
Yep.
You have
11.
no idea what they're talking about.
I don't know what is in the dice today. It's
It's
just
your
10
dice.
land, I guess.
They're new dice. They might be messed up.
Maybe. They're metal though, so things like that don't really tend to influence it.
True.
All right.
I would like to
that's-
insight check the boat thing just for fun.
Sure.
And for profit.
I rolled an 8 again, so that's I believe
You're-
13.
You're also a little bit distracted.
Yeah.
You're at least more willing to give in to the distraction.
Oh yeah.
Nomos is really testy about it. He doesn't want to be rude, but also he does not enjoy strange and unexplained magical phenomenon happening to him, especially enchantment.
That's scans.
and specifically enchantment.
That scans.
So
You're gonna love where we go next.
You're gonna
Yeah,
love
buddy.
Stay
I
Wild
know.
so much.
Oh, I know. Trust
You're
me,
gonna
Nomos
really
is gonna
love
have
it.
a conniption. But
Hey Nomos, roll a whiz save. Hey Nomos, roll a whiz save.
I'm actually
Hey,
good at
Nomos,
wisdom
roll-
saves. I'm bad at wisdom checks. I'm good at wisdom saves because I'm a paladin. I can't think of anything more satisfying than being a paladin.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
But yeah. All right, then I just let that slide because I see absolutely nothing wrong with any of the questionable phrases that were just said.
You can still say that you feel weird about it. You just don't know why. You can't figure out.
Okay.
They're not the easiest to read in the world as far as you can tell.
Not in an actively hiding things way though, right?
You rolled like a highest 12 or 13 on insight.
Well,
You wouldn't really be able to tell.
noted.
You don't
noted.
think
Can
so?
Can I insight roll one more thing, which is like, do they want to hang out or are they just being polite?
Sure.
Yeah, do you want to hang out or are you just a person that I've ran into in church twice now?
And kissed, you know.
And kissed.
It's
16.
Patch and I. That doesn't mean anything.
16? They seem like they would enjoy hanging out with you.
Cool.
Right. Well, you can continue to hang around here. I don't want to intrude.
Oh, We're
my
not intruding. I mean, this place is open for everybody. I'm sorry if I've put you off slightly, though. I completely understand.
No, it's fine. My experience in churches is different. You go in, you do what you came to do, and then you almost immediately leave unless you live there, in which case you clean it. But
Well, that seems like a little bit of a miserable temple experience.
Almost.
it was very clean. I will give it level for a while.
That's awful boring.
But it was work and it built character, to say the least.
I
but
think you should go back at some point and make it a little more colorful. Spice it up a bit.
I'm definitely going back. I'm definitely going back. What Ewan want to say is, hi, I think the walls would look great red. But that is not what Nomos says. Yeah, you know, I'm actually, don't mind me. There are no pews here. Where do I sit?
Oh, anywhere. I recommend that pillow or that pillow.
Is the bag full of beans for sitting?
What? Oh, yeah, you mean the beanbag? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bag full of beans. I thought
Well,
the beans were for consumption.
Oh, no. I mean, I suppose you could. I don't actually know what
Can
kinds
you
of beans
eat
are in
the-
it.
I mean, if there was ever
I
a great
don't
need
work here.
food,
I don't
um,
really know.
You seem. Oh, I'm sorry.
don't
Is there an
work here.
attendant?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Psyche brought me in and introduced me to you as if you ran this place.
I absolutely did not do that, but okay.
You said, "Hey, there's this person I want to talk to," and you seemed like you knew what you were doing and you were
I
helping us
can
out.
Grab
Um,
Gwen if you really want the person that runs the place.
No,
but-
it's fine. I was just wondering. You seem like you know. I'm sorry.
It's
um,
okay. I spend most of
have-
my time here. I may as well work here. It's okay. You can take a seat anywhere.
Great, thank you. You can continue. I'll be back. Don't mind me. And Nomos is going to find a beanbag chair
Okay.
and is going to kneel into it.
This goes. Yeah.
Psyche like puts his head in his hand a little bit.
Gemma genuinely walks over to you, Psyche, and just kind of very quietly, which personally makes you feel some sort of way as they lean in very close, is the... Is your brother, like, okay?
I mean, not really. It's
Is
fine though.
there
We're
anything we
working
can
on
do to help?
it. No, this is old. Just
To
Okay.
quote Tobey Maguire, you need forgiveness? Get religion.
Okay. Well, if that changes, let me know. Otherwise, okay. And she
Your
kind
brother
of
seems broken.
she
Do you
kind of
think
turns
it's
back
broken?
around to the wall, like to focus
is-
on painting.
What is Gemma painting, by the way?
You're not sure what's going on with it. It's something big. You can tell. It takes up the better part of this wall. But right now it seems to be very abstract at the moment. I mean, painting is just shapes. But right now
Yeah.
you can just see a couple rectangles, what seems to be some large kind of movement near the base. You're not quite sure. It's a lot of different colors. Certainly not any colors that you would see in like a natural scene or anything like that. That movement down at the bottom that you might be like, "Oh, it's the ocean," is hot pink. So
Nice.
it's a little hard to pinpoint what's going on there, but they've obviously been working on it for a bit.
I sort of step over and I go, so is this something specific? Can I ask that?
You can ask anything. I haven't decided yet. At first I thought it was going to be the water. But then I didn't want to stereotype. And so I
What do you mean a
decided...
stereotype?
Huh?
What do you mean a stereotype? Stereotype of what?
Long story. But I decided I didn't want to go that way, so I've just been kind of winging it since. That one started to be a flower and then I got bored. That one was a ship, I think? I think it's becoming a ship again. Unfortunately, I do think we're making our way back to the water. But that ended up being more of a field, I think. Maybe
Water's
it'll
nice
be a blend of
and-
the two.
If you ever want to tell your long story, I wouldn't mind hearing it. No pressure, though.
Well, let's make sure your brother doesn't have an aneurysm in the middle of the temple first, and then if we get some time, we'll see.
I'm just sort of
You
looking
turn your
over
head,
at
you see
Nomos
Nomos just-
nervously. Trying so hard to kneel on a beanbag.
His
Emma-
knee just
feeling
keeps
so bad.
trying to find some stability,
Yeah.
and the beans just keep moving, and there's always more beans.
Gemma kind of
Um,
reaches over and gently places a hand on your shoulder, kind of rubs her thumb back and forth a minute and goes, "But you're welcome to stay as long as you like." I mean, and they kind of gesture to they kind of nod their head towards their necklace that you're now wearing with, "You belong here." But yeah, with the two of you kind of standing over there with the mural, Nomos, I guess my first question is, who are you praying to? And then what
That's
are
a
you
good
praying?
question.
Yeah, bud, who you praying to? Just takes a huge swig of
Here's the
monster.
thing: I have not.
You've
This
only
is
ever
not
prayed
my
to
first-
Elmet, right?
This is not. No, I have prayed to Arano before,
Oh
and
yeah.
I've spoken to Arano.
Yes.
And maybe doing a godly any % speed run with interactions runs in the family, and I'm gonna beat your record because I have access to levels that you don't.
Yeah.
Namely Elnet. But
This is not the sibling competition I expected, but I'm not complaining.
it
It's
is
like
it?
he passes you the bingo board.
But yeah, no. I think Nomos is going to try to reach out to Passionai. Not in a hey, I'm switching my major. But in a I'm switching my major to worship with Pash.
You're changing
But-
your major to. I can't say that on stream.
Absolutely not, but you're on the right track.
We can't?
I guess we could. Either way, just
Are
go.
you right? Okay. I am not changing my major to patch. But no. He doesn't grab his pendant, which is weird for him. So he's just gonna kind of look at his painting and hope that that is the closest thing he can get. Maybe he holds his. He reaches into his bag. And he pulls out one of the 2 bars of soap that he was planning on carving into. No, he's not just gonna start washing his hands. Sorry, where's your bowl of holy water? I gotta wash my hands really quick.
Something some people do.
This isn't a lush, Nomos.
If we were in the
God,
lush,
Passion,
Nomos
I
would
would
eat
love
it.
lush. Pash would fucking love lush. Oh my god.
This fudge looks great. But
Just like, Nomos, no. Okay.
That's soap. Sorry.
Okay, fun fact, while everyone was
I
here, we
feel
went to a lush and then one
personally
person ate the soap. I won't say who. It
I
wasn't on
won't say
purpose.
who, but maybe it was the person who just tried to defend
I
themselves
was gonna
against
leave it
eating soap.
anonymous.
All right, guys, let's
Um,
bring it in.
Yes. But yeah, Nomos is just kind of looking at his painting on the wall and says, "So this is different for me. It isn't my first time at a different rodeo, but it is not." I'm sorry. I it's everybody laughing.
I'm so sorry.
The concept of Nomos now knowing what a rodeo is very funny to me. But
Come on, just go on. You're good.
the last time was reaching out because Psyche was, I thought, dying, and that was more for desperation. But this is more a reaching out. I'm not looking to devote myself, and it isn't nothing against you. It's more I'm sticking with what I have until I'm done, and then at that point I don't want that kind of connection. But I was simply wanting to reach out and see if anything answered back, and also you have a point of view in terms of life that I do not really share, and I think that could help me with regards to. I mean, maybe I could. I have a lot of thoughts. Maybe I could ask you about my parents. Maybe you could help. Maybe you could tell me about them. I could ask you about, like, I am probably not the best person to only be able to contact via ascending stone once per day, and like, how do I do that better? You do a lot of things that are much
you
more.
talk a lot. Sorry, did I spook you?
In a little, again, not used to getting.
Oh,
Usually
go on. I'll
I
pretend
go
to be
on for
quiet.
about. No, you're fine. It's usually about 5 minutes of monologue, and then you cross your fingers, and then maybe you'll get. Yeah. And you're like, wow, that was revolutionary. I'm sorry, I don't mean to speak poorly of her. It's not kind to speak poorly of people who
You and
aren't around.
Psyche really
rude.
are siblings.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to back and forth conversation. Arano responded also quite similarly. I think she didn't like me talking as much, though. I don't think she had as much of a obligation to do so as you do. But okay, you answered. That's not usual. Well, it's usual, I guess, for you, not for me. I don't know what to do when you talk back, or have the capacity to do so more than once. Sorry to bother you. Also, am I cool to be in here?
I don't care. Do what you want. Why would I care? Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, I've never really understood half of that whole rivalry business. I don't know. I don't care. Do what you want. You painted a pretty picture.
It is shapes and colors.
As many things are.
As many things are done better.
Who cares? Do you think your parents just sprung forth making masterpieces?
I don't know.
That's not typically how skills work.
I know that I wasn't fostered in a school of thought like that. I'm trying to get better about it. I'm now realizing that I have a approach of, if you do something, you must be good at it, because otherwise, why is it worth doing? And I'm realizing that I'm very good at very few things. And I'm okay at much more. And I'm quite poor at even more things. Funnily enough, I thought this was something that I was good at, and I'm realizing, no, I'm good at talking to myself. That's what I'm good at.
A respectable
Talking to myself
skill.
and helping. But yeah, it's interesting to hear back this much. I think I spoke to Arano said maybe 4 things to me. It was more, your brother's fine. Just chill out. Wait a couple days. And don't call this number again. But you're very colloquial. You're very, it feels like I'm just talking to someone. That's very strange for me. I'm really sorry. Also because I'm not great at doing that with normal people
I
either.
picked up on that.
Yes, it is a wonder that Twister saw any conversation capability betwixt the two of us. I
They
don't
see
know
the
how I
world
got
in
here.
you.
Oh. I guess you'd know that. That's nice. I can leave you be. I don't know what I was more just seeing if I get a response, or if I was a tuning fork with one direction. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is the usual response. Yes.
I think you just needed to talk some stuff out. I think you should do more of that. Just not at the one that won't respond to you. Just at nothing. I feel like it might be better if you just talk at a wall. It might be fun.
Pull a Psyche. Just
A
talk
wall
to
will
yourself.
never respond, and a wall can't hear me. I think she can hear me. I don't. She. Oh, come in. Just a moment.
I mean, I don't know. It's her business, really. But I don't understand what's going on with her most days. It's not really my prerogative.
But yeah, you've kind of, while this is going on, Nomos, do you speak out loud, Nomos, when you do this?
Nomos does.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the last section.
Like he's
of
sitting
what
sitting
there
she
in the
said.
corner
time.
grinning and also drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Psyche, Gemma keeps trying to focus on what they're doing, and then kind of staring back at Nomos, and then continuing what they're doing, and then getting distracted, and kind of sending you a look every once in a while.
He's loud. I'm sorry.
I just sort of go, I'll explain later, it's fine.
Okay.
He does
Wow.
mutter to himself, but occasionally you'll hear one word just like really loud, just like a. I'm not even really good with that with normal people. So.
Yeah. Either way, go on.
But you know, I don't know if you know anything about her. I mean, I asked Arano and she didn't know anything, but I also know that you've been around more. But I also know that this isn't really your jurisdiction nor
Nope.
something you have much stake in.
No.
I'm staying with her because, as far as I know, one thing that has been true about the many things that I was told as a child is that I have some connection to her. And I want to help. It's not because it's not because I want to follow whatever I was told or because I feel I have some grand destiny. It's because I know that she can do so much more than I could, and she's around a lot longer than I am.
Nomos.
And yeah,
I'll reword the wall thing. I think you might get something more productive out of talking to a person that is with you. You don't work with me. I don't know anything about Elnet. I can't help you. The person
Right.
that will
Sorry.
help you be able to sort this out is not a stranger with a disembodied voice in your head. It's someone that's with you.
right. Sorry, this isn't your business. Thank you again. I'll talk to you again probably at some point.
Okay.
And I think with that he just kind of stands up and he'll wait. He'll wait for Psyche to finish whatever they're doing. I think he'll just kind of try to find some place to stand and or lean, but then all the walls are covered in wet paint and he doesn't want to get wet paint on his armor or clothes, but so
Nomos
he
is
can't
just
do
having a
Nomos
really
lean.
hard time in this temple.
Yeah.
Nomos is always having a really hard time.
How'd my little sketch of Nomos praying turn out?
I'd say decent. I mean, you've gotten more practice in than Nomos has at this kind of thing, so you've got a better understanding of things like anatomy.
Yeah.
But yes. Is there anything else either of you two would like to do at the temple?
No.
Okay, are you
I don't think so.
going to stay or are you going to leave? It doesn't. One of you can stay and one of you can leave, or both of you can stay or both of you can leave.
I can head out. I think Nomos said, like, I don't need to be here because but like you want to be here. And I'm also curious as to, hey, I think it was mentioned that there was an Elnet statue in here. I'm not going to sit down and pray again,
Yeah.
but I do want to see it.
You
And I
can go
do
look
have-
around. I might stay.
I'm
and
gonna
just
go look around for it.
and hang out.
Can I figure
and
out
just-
the church that Mani got their ass handed to him in?
I mean, your option is the god of
I'm not gonna go in.
combat.
I just wanna walk past it and be just like.
Yeah, probably. You know, a
do I
decent
look at the
bit
stairs?
about the
Do they look
Pantheon.
like some? Does it have stairs?
There are no stairs. All
To
of
be
these
fair, if
rooms
you
are one
ask-
floor.
To be fair, if you ask Psyche, Psyche will tell you.
I think we put it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can come back to me later because we've been on the F solaces for a
Yeah.
while. Unless
I
we're
think
sticking
Psyche's
with
gonna,
it, but
for the sake of I want to hear about Armani, Psyche hangs out with Gemma for a while.
Fair enough.
yeah, and I head over to the statue of Elnet, and I'll probably say like a few things to her, but we can do that later.
Okay. Then Nomos is gonna head
Or sorry,
there.
the small little thing to her. I forget what it wasn't a statue.
Nomos is gonna head to the altar and spend some time there. While Psyche stays in the Temple of Passionai. And you can paint, you can sit there. Gemma will kind of just, it will either sit there and make casual talk as they work, or you both can work in silence. It's kind of up to you.
Probably a combination of both until I sense that my company is no longer wanted, and then I will go home.
But yeah, you guys will do that. And then we will get to Armani after the break, because it's about that time. I'll go ahead and go to break early so we don't have to interrupt Armani time, and also because it is snowing outside and I would like to go see. Go. We're gonna go to break. And we will come back and we will have some fun Armani moments, and I'm excited. Or it just, at least the two of them doing their stuff. So we will be back in 12 to 15 minutes. This is, first of all, your weekly binder check. If you're one of our friends that wears a binder, please stretch, breathe, make sure that you can do all those things without pain, and if it hurts, even if it's just a little bit, make sure to cut that off the bud and take that binder off if you can.
Cut your butt off.
Cut both butt cheeks off.
And
Do it.
No,
Ari
bud.
told you to. You
Duh.
have to.
Don't do that.
The bud.
You won't be able to sit very well.
Trans mask and trans femme solidarity is donating their butts to trans women.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
also be sure to go get a snack, keep yourself hydrated, and we will do the same. We'll be back in 12 to 15 minutes so we can pick up with the rest of the story. I am excited to see you guys then, and we will be back very soon. See you then. Bye-bye. Hi. Welcome back.
Hi, gamers.
There we go. Hi, gamers. Welcome
Hello,
back.
friends.
Alright. So, we are gonna hop right back into it, unless anyone has anything else they want to bring up that did not make its way to me. Okay. Awesome. So, we're gonna hop right back into it. On one side of the city, we have Nomos and Psyche having another religious experience with varying levels of success. However,
do they have therapists on the boat that we're going on? Asking for a friend.
However, on the
It's my
other
brother.
side of the city, you both need therapy, it's fine.
I know.
On the other side of the city, we have Ivory and Armani, who are trying to kind of speed run the different markets in town, trying to find things that they consider, that they would consider like fae trinkets, correct?
Valuable to the face.
Yes. Can I request that we step to back in the hotel for just a moment?
Okay, then we can be in the inn first. Do you mean in the room or downstairs
Yeah,
where
in
it's
the room.
busy? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just like back up in the room, like getting shit together.
I'm emotionally recovering from getting my ass handed to me by a monk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when we get back in there, I'm like, what actually happened? You definitely did not fall. Are you okay?
There's a temple to Vikalin downtown in the temple district.
Okay.
A monk beat me up.
Why?
Well, to be fair to them, I did steal something from the temple.
What? What?
Despite, I don't know.
What did you
Um,
take?
It was just like an offering. It was like a hunk of like metal. It wasn't like valuable or anything. I just
Probably was to them.
yeah, probably. Which is probably why they fucking handed my ass to me. Thanks to
Ivory
you,
like
Sloppy.
takes a like I don't know, like a rag, like a cloth. We have those, and then like they're like water skin, and like put some water on it. It's like you also have here. Let me and like gets the fucking paint off your face.
Good luck. It's dry.
Yeah, they kind of just try to scrub it gently, but it's dry. And like,
And they're kind of like, I guess.
Just groom them like a cat.
Yeah,
Just
you're gonna
use
have to
the
just go
bristles
at
on
it.
your tongue.
Look, you're
Use
gonna
the
have to.
bristles on your tongue.
Since it's dried, you'd have to go at it a little bit if you want to try and get it off.
yeah, no, they put some water from their water skin on the cloth and just kind of like nudge it a bit and just kind of try to do so as gently as possible. It's dry paint. I personally have tried to get dried paint off of my face. It hurts.
Yeah, no, this is not a pleasant endeavor.
No, it's not. Part of Armani is like, oh my god, we're so close, and the part is like, fucking ow.
Do they at all just kind of like move away from it?
They're kind of like, you know, like when you go up to like a child and you're just like doing this to them and you're like, oh, you're so cute, and they're just kind of sit there and they take it. That's kind of what's happening now. They're just kind of like,
You got beat up by a monk. Surely you can take some cleaning. Just paired.
That's when I take 4
And they-
damage.
I punch you in the bruise.
Oh.
I don't do that. I would never do that.
Oh, blood. God.
Well, we should probably go find some stuff. Dark?
Yo,
Is
he
he
just kind of stumbles into being corporeal. Sup? What do we need?
Hey,
Yo.
this is, out of character, this is both a, I want to talk to Dark about this, and also I would like to do a check to see how much I remember, because I know that I was fucking high, like, most of the time I was in the Feywilds, but not all of it. Since we are going back, I guess, we were thinking of kind of getting stuff to prepare. Do you have any thoughts of things we should bring? I was thinking maybe like food or like from the area, or I
Just
mean, another like things that are yours.
stuff to bring. What do you mean?
Like as a gift or like a
It's like-
peace offering.
We do not give gifts. No, 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 no. There will be none of that.
More of a trade.
What are you
Yes.
trading for?
Getting stuff back.
It's just in case. It's just in case. Because we don't, if we like need to get something from the Fae, we don't want to sacrifice like, I don't know, like our hair or our like memories. Like it'd be better to have like, I don't know, like a cake with us. You know what I mean?
Armani, I love you dearly. You know I do.
Yeah.
You know I do.
Yeah. No, yeah.
If you're trying to bargain shit like memory and you bring a cake,
That's true.
How good's the cake?
I was thinking more like for information to like get us where we need to be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could try. I mean, here's the thing. My interactions with the Fae have been very limited to two in particular. Otherwise, I really don't spend much time there for a reason. And the interactions I had, pretty sure they wouldn't have accepted a pretty cool trinket, but at the same time, I've heard people giving the Fae shit like that. I don't know. It seems like a bad idea. If you're gonna negotiate, if you want something, let's not make any new deals. How about that? How about we sit on let's not make any new deals and call it good? We don't.
Great baseline. I said great baseline. We also don't know how much time we'll be there and how much shit we might get into.
So your answer is to get into more shit by making
No,
more
the answer is
deals?
to be prepared.
To get into more shit?
to get out of shit.
Making more deals is not the answer. Trust me, I am so aware of this.
Okay, then I don't know. What do we know about like iron or like salt or like
Make let's say make
as like not repellent but like thing
Yeah.
they don't like.
I'm trying to decide what check this is. Probably it's either gonna be like my brain, part of me goes nature and medicine, and part of my brain goes arcana and history.
I was on the
so-
Arcana history track, but that's I mean, I don't really
It makes sense to me
Here.
personally, but
I'd say make a history check, because this is going to be kind of general knowledge of a lot of stuff that's that might be considered superstition. So I'm just going to say general history, kind of a recalling thing.
so I rolled a 10, but also I grew up in Evermeet. Would I have any sort of like?
Armani, I'll give you
advantage?
advantage.
Okay, cool.
Well,
I did
actually,
not-
Armani,
no,
you
no,
would
like-
just know. Armani, you would just
I
know,
was gonna
now I
say,
think
I
about it.
probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivory, Armani, you would just know. The main thing that people use when they talk... Yes?
I did get a natural 20.
Oh, nice. Then I'll let you both know. The main thing that you hear about when it comes to dealing with the Fae is iron, as you mentioned. It's a significant vulnerability. You can tip your weapons in iron. You can just straight up make them from iron. And it's kind of legend, lore, and also just adventurers say that it kind of acts like a poison. And is usually one of the best ways to shut them down, and make sure that they cannot do anything to you.
Okay. Well then, as far as this conversation, I want to ask, would it be taken as a threat to have iron with us? Like that kind of precaution? Yes, Ewan?
Yes, Ewan?
Sorry. If iron is a repellent of the Fae, and that iron is poisonous when used against them as a weapon, I could argue that a sword made of iron is also poisonous to me if it's inside me. Like, if I'm stabbed with an iron sword, I will probably react poorly.
Yeah, well, for them, it,
Ewan-
like, steals magical power from them, so there's a slight difference
Okay.
there.
Does steel weapons count as iron, or does it have to be like?
You're
Because
not
I'd
there.
assume that Nomos' sword is okay. This is just a Ewan question. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
The question stands. Is that
Yeah.
like a threat to like have iron?
People use it as a threat. You don't know how efficient it is, but people use it as a threat.
I mean, I was thinking we could have just like iron weapons just in case. Like, I don't want to attack them by any means, but if they try to fuck with us, I'd like to be prepared.
What about like an iron box to keep shit we want to make sure doesn't get stolen?
Are you asking Armani or Dark?
Yeah, it's like Armani. Or both. I'm just saying it out into the room.
I think I think we're just kind of saying these out to Tark for like his approval because he shut down the other shit so much.
I mean, an iron box might work. I mean, they say even touching it is gonna sap shit from them, so, like, if you don't want them to touch shit, put it in stuff that they can't touch, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a decent plan.
Okay. Well then let's go find some stuff. We can also, I guess, find some books on, like, I don't know, the area if there's any kind of reading materials.
Okay, so are you still going to attempt to go to look for shit in the market, or what is the plan here?
Weapons.
Okay, so you're specifically looking for just weapons.
And a box.
Weapons and an iron
There's like a
box.
metalsmith or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or what did you say?
Or any. There's like a metal or blacksmith anywhere, like somewhere we can just find metal.
Yeah, I mean, you can find, like, a blacksmith. This is a pretty major town. If anything, there's probably multiple, just because you need to repair metal shit on ships and things like that. Though a lot of it is going to be that kind of thing, not necessarily, like, it's going to be more commonly, like, utility-based for the docks, as opposed to a lot of, like, weaponsmiths. But, like, you can ask around looking for someone who would do that kind of thing, if you want to roll investigation checks.
I'd love to do that for you.
15 plus 6, 21.
16.
Okay, 21 and 16. All right. Armani, you are having less luck, like, just spotting shit as you go, and trying to, like, talk to people and things like that. So you kind of let Ivory take point, and eventually you go back and forth, and you fire up. You show up in one place. That's not right. They don't do that kind of thing. But eventually, you make your way to a place that's very simply called Fire It Up. And you walk in, mostly outdoors. It's only like a couple blocks away from one of the central markets. And it is mostly outdoors. What?
This chain. They have Central Market here? That's like a... It's like a Whole Foods. It's a
Is it?
store.
Okay.
I guess it only makes sense in Texas. Never mind.
All right.
No, it's like if we're in Aldrithe and, like, we meet a random trader whose name is Joe. Like, I'll get that joke. I don't know how many other people will.
Fair. Okay. So,
Wait, sorry, named who?
Trader Joe.
Joe.
Shut the
Were
fuck
you
up.
about to Joe Mama us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Leave
Anyway,
it to
continue.
leave it.
Okay,
leave
we find
those
the blacksmith, we go
those-
inside.
no, go ahead. Say it. We're fine. It's in the
Yes,
water
sir?
today. It's fine. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, leave that kind of thing to Floyd, because Floyd destroys me with those every single time. I'll say something like they'll come into my DMs and be like, "Hey, can I be honest with you about something?" And the next thing you know, I get like imagine Dragon D's nuts across your face. Like, it's always something.
Yeah.
Like fucking cast word kill.
Yeah.
D's nuts,
God.
God. So, you make your way around the blacksmith, again, part of this kind of open air area, and you find... oh, that's right. It's an Aasimar, in there. Buff as shit. And it's almost funny to see kind of the contrast between this very buff as shit Aasimar and this tiny little delicate halo over their head, as they work. But kind of as you approach, you see them stop working and kind of raise a hand to greet you around the walls of the area, where there is the walls of the main building, not where they're working. You can see a couple different swords and shields and things like that are laid up against the wall.
Hello? Are we able to buy these? Do you work by commission, or are these for sale?
I can work by commission. What are you looking for?
We are looking for some, I almost said steel, excuse me. Just iron weaponry.
It's not that.
Just plain heavy iron?
I mean,
yeah.
preferably well made and sharp, but
I mean,
Yes.
everything here is gonna be well made, I can guarantee you that, but
Of course.
just
Insight, no.
any sword?
What kinds do everyone wields?
Yeah. No, not everyone yields a sword.
I
guess.
am looking for daggers.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Um. We can talk to
Weapon-
Nomos, and this is not in character. We can talk to Nomos and Psyche about what they want to get like later when we regroup and like.
Silvi, don't know what they use. Ivory would know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to just talk what you want? We can get it for you.
Psyche has a short sword.
Okay. Ewan?
What does Nomos
No.
use sword wise?
Or weapon. It doesn't have to be a sword.
Nomos?
Ewan? Darling, why are
Ewan.
you grinning like that?
Sorry, I zoned out.
Uh,
uh,
weapon.
what
Oh,
weapon do you
swords?
want?
Swords? What are we
Yes,
talking?
yes.
What are we talking?
We're asking you what
What
you
do
want.
you want for Nomos? We're at a
Oh!
sword place.
We're
Like a-
at
like a
the
weapon
sword
for-
drive-through. What do you want?
Ooh,
I'm in line. I'm at the front. What do you want?
what do you mean you're
can I
at
get it?
swords?
Sir,
I'm
this
at
is a
sword.
Wendy's.
Oh, we're getting weaponry for everybody. What is already had?
Nothing there to say.
We're trying to buy stuff.
We're just asking what
Iron.
you use, so that we're looking for iron weaponry.
Nomos
I use
uses a
short
long
sword.
sword.
Okay.
His
Long sword,
his
short
weapon
sword.
is statistically a long sword. If you want his specific type, he uses a falcata. But I do not know if you will find that here.
Okay. Well,
I will
Sorry,
say,
I
just
zoned out
asking
our
about
origin story.
swords, in general, this is gonna expose the fact that I know very little about swords. Are the majority of the weapons that you just typically find around going to be steel instead of iron?
Yes.
What is it going to be more or less expensive to find a weapon that is made of or has an edge of iron?
Made of, less expensive. Edge of, probably more because that's difficult. You can edge things. You can like give edges of things to. I hate you. You can give edges of things often, but when steel is just iron with a higher carbon content.
Yeah.
And some other things thrown in there.
Yeah.
The reasoning of it being more expensive is no one in their right mind would make that because iron is worse than steel
Yes.
in nearly every way, which is why we use steel. But I mean, in a fantasy setting where iron does still have use, I'd say you could probably find iron is less expensive than steel because for every one part of steel that you get out of the steel making process, you need 3 parts iron. Iron is way less expensive. It is way less pure.
That's what I
it
figured.
will break easier, especially when exposed to cold. But it'll probably be cheaper.
Okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind with what you guys are looking for.
I'd say get things that you aren't afraid to break.
Yeah.
I'd say like spear might be a good thing.
well, I'm just gonna get some daggers.
Yeah, things you can
Can
throw away
everyone
and not worry
use
about.
daggers?
Yes, I'd prefer a spear.
Just
Also,
all
spears
the
shouldn't be
quality
too
care.
expensive.
I'd say daggers would probably be on the cheaper side. Spears would be on the cheaper side, and we can also be farther away from the things we're hitting.
Yes. And also daggers deal 1d4, spears deal 1d8.
Also, if a spear breaks,
they
it's
do
much
1d6?
easier to fix than a dagger.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, 1d6, and then if you two-hand it, they do 1d8.
Okay.
Okay, so spears. How many spears do we want?
I mean, I'm talking to this person. I mean, I personally think I would like at least a dagger.
Okay.
If you
we
have like
fucking-
spears or different other swords that are like edged with iron, I mean, anything already made, I would just like to take a look at. But if
I don't have anything already made that is edged with iron, because that's a good way to lose an edge.
there,
I can make you something. Why are you trying to edge a blade with iron? It's not even going to be as sharp.
I just kind of like look at Armani.
We both looked at it at the same time, like,
Potion
should
of
we?
May.
It's, my instinct is to lie for some reason.
We're going to the Tintalian Islands, just precautions.
Oh, it's face stuff. I mean, I can make you a blade that's made out of iron. I just think that edging it out with iron is going to be a lot more effort for something that's not going to serve you as well. But I could make you something out of iron. I don't know if I have any weapons that aren't steel right now. So it would be something I would need to make for you.
How much would you say it would be to make something like that?
I mean, iron's pretty cheap. How fast would you need it done by? It depends on what you need, because you said you wanted a dagger.
Probably 2 and
2 daggers.
Floyd, do you want a spear as well?
Yeah, I'll take a fucking spear.
Okay, so 2 spears, 2 daggers. We can just
2 spears, 2
one
daggers.
yeah.
The daggers will go pretty quick. Spears get a little
Well,
bit
here's the thing.
finicky.
Spears are very tiny
Yeah,
actual
they're
metal. Most of it is wood.
yes, but they're finicky to put together and get balance right and things like that, which is why he's saying that.
True, and you need to make a socket.
Which is so, like, spears a bit finicky. They're gonna take a little bit longer, because you have, like, forge time versus assembly time. Sorry, did you say when you needed that by?
We are
I don't
heading out
believe
in
so, no.
3 days.
3 days. Okay. It can be done. It's not going to be particularly fun for me, but it can be done alongside my normal stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about putting aside other projects, which would be your main worry in terms of cost, is if I had to put off other shit to put this together. So, material cost of my time, 2 iron daggers, 2 spears. Call it... yeah, that would be 8 gold. And I can get it done probably tomorrow night, morning of the 3rd day.
That's exceptional. Great. I fucking flip him 8 golds.
A normal dagger is only 2 gold pieces.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's done custom for us, and it will be done in soon.
Yeah. I hand him 2 more gold as, like, a tip, because, like, come on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nah, alright, I think I can get that done for you. Like I said, just to make sure that it's all good quality and that it's gonna work out, I can make sure it's all balanced right. Probably come early on the 3rd day.
Sure.
Instead of the night before. I can have it done the night before, but I want to make sure I have time for that quality check. Is that good?
We'll give you towards the 3rd day.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alright, fair enough. Then come back in a couple days and I should have it done for you.
Great. And your name was? I want to know.
Come on, Bart, you got this. You
The
got this,
name
darling. You
I
got
just pulled from my reference was Miken, which means his name is Mike.
Perfect.
That's the name of my high school science professor. Miken.
I know so many Mikes.
Not Mike.
Miken?
Miken.
That's very
Mikan,
unique.
spelled
Very
like
unique.
This
like
one is
the name of a
Kin.
character. Yeah, Mikan, but Mike.
He's Mike now. And 2 daggers.
Does
2
he introduce
spears.
himself as Mike or Miken?
He says,
first name
Miken,
is
but
Frank.
I go by Mike.
great. Ivory ends. Yeah.
All right.
We give him his tip. We fucking dip out of there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, just because you work with metal, do you know anyone who makes, like, boxes?
Just metal
Like
boxes?
lock boxes.
Oh, lock boxes?
Yes.
I mean, pretty much. I would not take the job. There are definitely some other people that you might want to look towards that are closer to the blacksmiths that work more with the shipwrights in town that might be able to help you. Also, if you can find a locksmith, they might just have some, like, lock boxes around. I don't know what they'd be made out of, but or how big they'd be.
Okay. Can we try to find that?
Are you looking for a different kind of blacksmith or a locksmith?
Armani?
I think a locksmith would be smart.
Okay.
To see what they have.
Yeah, let's go to a locksmith. And then we can get a
Okay.
lock to go with it.
Alright, so, for the sake of brevity, you find it. You're looking for just, like, a pure iron lockbox?
Or, like,
Iron something lockbox. Like, something that, like, if
it
you
has
touch
iron
it,
in
You
it.
could get a box with an iron lock on it.
that would work. I
That might be cheaper.
think, maybe.
How about we look for both? But, I mean, an iron lock probably would be fine.
A box of solid iron. How big are we talking?
I'm talking,
huge.
like cash register
shoebox?
size. Like, you know, like
Oh.
this. They're not huge.
So, like a cash box?
Yeah.
What are we planning to put in
Armani,
here?
Armani, you seem to have a question there, and yeah, what are you
You want to
putting in
put
it?
bigger things in it?
Huh?
Do you need to put bigger things in it? My thought process was like, we can just
Oh, no,
put
you did some
things
bigger than I thought.
in
You-
the
you went
bag of
bigger,
holding.
So I was confused with that, but yeah, bag of holding is good.
How big is the bag of holding?
It's the bag of holding.
It's like a
The bag of
backpack.
holding, I believe, is like this big, but
It's like a
inside it is
satchel.
8 cubic feet.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's like a sack.
Um,
it's like a backpack.
Yeah.
Can we fit? I want a box that I can fit the bag of holding in.
Oh. I thought you were trying to fit the box in the bag of holding. I
In
was
the
like,
bag
that's
of holding.
fine.
No.
Putting the
No.
bag in.
Of holding in the box.
Well, it would lay relatively
can't get
flat.
What do you say, Floyd?
I'm saying this, we can get our shit.
It would lay
No,
relatively
smart.
flat, so you're right. It doesn't need that big a box. Yeah, so you are trying to find a solid iron box.
I fucking
Preferably,
guess,
but if all we
yeah.
can find is a lock, then I'll take a lock.
Yeah, what are your backups
Here's the thing.
here?
With an iron lock, you know what they could do? They could just chuck the
Take the
box on the
box,
ground
yeah.
and break
That's
the
what I'm
wood.
That's preferably not what we're getting.
Yeah.
Fantasy tinfoil, does it have iron in it?
I don't think
No,
fancy
I'm
tinfoil
tired.
exists. Also, that's tin.
I got
Every
great
day
news about
I'm
what tinfoil is
tired.
made of. I have fantastic news about what tinfoil is made of.
I'll give you two
You're
guesses.
gonna lose your shit when you hear about aluminum foil. You're gonna lose your shit.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So my backup in my brain is like a box that's made with like all of the hardware of it is iron, as in like, you know, you see a fantasy chest, like a chest
Yeah,
that you
with
see
like
in
the
The Little
strips
Mermaid, and
of
the strip, yeah.
Okay. You're gonna
Like that.
probably need to get this built because this is starting to get some pretty specific specifications, so the locksmith is probably gonna send you to a different blacksmith. The locksmith will sell you an iron lock if you want one of those as well.
How much?
I don't know. I'm like 5 silver max.
Yeah, we should take it in case.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Pay for
Okay.
it.
So you pay 5 silver for a for an iron lock.
Sure. I got it.
And then you can
Floyd.
make your way back across to a different blacksmith that does more
Oh my God.
shipwright stuff. And you know who will be great for this? Actually, a barrel maker.
Ooh.
Yeah, correct.
That would make
Yeah.
perfect sense.
That would be really good.
That is actually a good place for you to go, and I think a blacksmith might actually send you there.
Okay.
Would be like
Can the
you
locksmith
have
send us
been
there in the
wild
first place?
goose chasing
Darling,
across
can we get
this
names for
goddamn
the
city.
locksmith and then the blacksmith
Yeah,
and then
what's
the
the-
barrel
what's the-
smith?
Yes.
What are their names,
So,
darling?
So the blacksmith you're sent to is called the Phoenix Forge, and the locksmith you go to, her name is Iomo, and the blacksmith you go to, her name is Paula.
Paula. We have Ziona and Paula.
Sounds about right for Aldrithe, yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing: in Aldrithe, where so many people have really cool names, being named like Greg is probably like
Super
really
unusual.
exotic.
Yeah.
No, it's like, hey, what's your name? Derek. Oh, how
Ooh,
exotic.
I've never heard of a name
Where's
like
he
that.
from? Sorry,
Okay,
is that
the end of
is that
episode-
Celestial?
You're not from around here, are you?
Yeah.
Uh,
God.
we ended
I've
up a
gotten that
fucking
one
barrel
before.
maker, I guess.
Okay, go to the fucking barrel maker.
So, you go to the barrel maker next. Y'all are getting fucking tired of this. You've crossed town so many times. You're back to the docks.
With the last trip between places, I fucking used my flying shoes.
Nice. As
Okay,
you
and I guess I'll just sit here. I'll just walk.
No, I fly along with you. I'm just using my flying shoes.
Oh, I
No.
see.
You know what you can do? You can use the skateboard and then let Armani sketch on you. Like you fly
that is
and
exactly
pull
what I'm doing.
Money.
We actually do that.
fantastic.
We do that.
Thank
You
thank
make
you.
your
With a
way
skateboard,
through
I
the
hold on to
streets.
Ivory's tail, and they just fucking cart me down the street.
You make your way through the streets with just carting Armani down behind you. And you make your way back towards the fucking boardwalk again. And as you go, I would like both of you to make a perception check as you approach the docks.
Oh,
Fantastic.
fun.
That is terrifying.
That's not very good.
Ooh, that is a fucking 20, bitch.
Ooh.
Plus
A nat 20?
24.
That is an 11.
Nat 20 and 11? Okay. Possibly it's because Ivory is focused on steering and Armani is focused on making sure they don't, like, crash and, like, oh god, what's going on and I gotta keep an eye out. Armani, you're the one that's kind of looking around and actually has the chance to, like, focus on, like, the crowd around you and things like that. You kind of glance past the docks and you do this, like, double take. And before you know it, you've already moved on. But there was someone there that was, like, really familiar. Elvish, kind of looked like a knight. And you can't put your finger on where you've seen them before. But you just kind of, like, they seem familiar.
With a nat 20?
I guess with a it is a nat 20?
Yeah, that's
Is
a.
that- is
That's
that was a
fair,
nat
that's fair,
20.
that's fair. That is a nat 20. I'd say, you do
Also
recognize
very
him then.
Yeah, who the fuck
You
is
in
this?
particular would recognize him because I think you got the closest to them out of the whole group.
Yes, you did.
You recognize Albin. One of
Oh,
the contract
shit!
warheads from Wakefeld.
Alvin from the contract
I
warheads.
was terrified Kyron would be here. I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
Kyron to be here.
I got
I
great
really don't
news.
want
Hey,
Kyron to
remember
be
how
here.
Kyron owns a ship and is
Yeah,
an
I know.
active
I don't
sailor?
want Kyron to be here. I simply didn't bring it up
Oh,
because I didn't
God.
want her to be here.
I did bring it up,
The
and I was like,
drama.
"Hey, gang,
Oh,
we're by
God.
the ocean."
No, don't make me go on a boat and
I'm
fight.
just skitching.
Okay, so I see this.
Ivory
I
does
tug
not
Ivory's
see this.
tail, and I'm like, look.
I feel like Ivory just like stops like mid skit.
Armani crashes into them a little bit.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, I fall
Okay,
face first into the ground.
I grab you, but I'm like, what? What? Where? What? Do I see them?
You within 11? No, there's too much of a crowd.
Well, then I take Ivory's hand and I walk towards them.
Sure.
Okay, we're going.
Do you like try to get Albin's attention?
Yeah, I do. I think I wave at him.
Yeah.
We liked Albin okay,
You
right?
liked Albin. Albin was one of the nice
Yeah.
ones.
He was the chill one.
Yeah.
He was-
Literally
he was-
everyone was nice except for Kyron. Like
Yeah.
Zopu, I love Zopu.
Psyche has
Man,
really
chill,
good
just
taste.
chill.
Psyche has great
Kyron,
taste.
if Nomos sees Kyron again,
If I ever see that cheeky
if I
motherfucker.
ever see, yeah. Listen, I don't know if Kyron got stronger, but Nomos sure as hell did. And this isn't
See,
just
if
some
Psyche-
random
if
worshiper
Nomos
of
tries-
Kasena that, like, you know, he's killing because they're a worshiper of Kasena. That's not what this is about. He
This
just
is
doesn't like
personal.
them. This is personal, and
Ra-
also
rating followers of Case and I know by how likely they were to fuck my
how
brother.
they fuck my brother. The one that I killed when the princess almost got kidnapped. 10 out of 10. Did not fuck my brother.
Twister.
Twister came close, but actually did not fuck my brother. Kyron,
You mother.
Kyron.
Help.
So
God, that's okay.
you kind of wave and try to get his attention. He kind of. You watch him kind of double take on you, and it's from Pit of Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you guys again.
It's
It's
like meeting strangers in public. Fuck.
been a bit. Hey, what are you guys doing down here?
Trying to catch a boat, actually.
You know what boat it is, by any chance?
Did I get the name?
No.
Please.
Uh,
Will is
not
coming in
really.
here, so I don't know what
It's-
the boat is.
we're going to the.
Vari, don't.
Hey. Sorry, Zvari don't what?
Oh, well, you're going. You didn't say where you were going. Continue your sentence.
We're going to the Tantalian Islands.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want to go to the Tintaliana? No offense.
My family
Unfinished.
lives there.
Oh, ooh, no offense. Sorry. That did not come off the way I wanted it to.
It's like the why would anyone go to Ohio? Oh, I got a family in Ohio. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, no, wait.
The
Yeah,
Tantalian
no.
Islands is both like just a terrifying magical place, but also just like, do people just think it's boring? Also,
No, definitely not. It's just the why the fuck would
Okay,
you
is
want to
there a
deal with the
place
Fae
that's
that much?
equivalent to that? I got family up in Brest.
Probably in northern Terios is that
It's
area.
Naos.
It's like Iceland.
Naos is Iceland, Greece.
But
Those
yeah,
are
no.
two separate tourist locations.
Yeah, no, it's serious. Sorry, that you probably remember I'm not the best with this kind of thing. Sorry.
No offense taken.
Just wouldn't be where I was going. I hope it's a good visit, I guess, but, yeah.
Okay.
How
Sorry.
about your though? Is everyone in town?
Oh, yeah, a bit scattered. Whenever we're here, we kind of do our own thing. Everybody's got their own business, but some of which are more above board than others, but, you know, that's just port cities for you. But, yeah, no, we kind of, whenever we're on the coast, it's kind of like we all have our own shit, so, like, I don't really know where the others are right now. I'm just gonna meet up with them in a couple days and call it good. But,
Yeah. No. Y'all being implied to only be the people that we hung out with last time because we got lunch with everyone except
Except
Kyron last
Kyron.
time.
And here's the thing, they acted like that's a totally normal thing, which implies that I think it's an often occurrence that they all just hang out without Kyron. And you know what? Good.
Kyron is usually best handled in small amounts.
I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, Psyche learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all would get together in time for planning like a lunch or anything, but we're staying at insert name of tavern.
The Rowdy Sea Dog.
The Rousey Sea Dog.
Rowdy Sea Dog, and if y'all wanted to catch
Oh. Rowdy Sea Dog?
what's that face?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. You might...
Insight.
Sure.
Why is Alden so snarky all of a sudden?
That was not snark, that was him panicking.
I rolled a natural 20. On
Really?
I rolled a 3.
Kill me.
So it is definitely not nothing. And
Oh, are they also staying there?
Alban, you kind of watch Alban's like gaze kind of flicker off that way. A bit of an emotional roller coaster goes over that his face there for a minute, and from what you can put together with a natural 20, it's a mix of, oh, that'll be interesting. Why are they staying oh yeah. And like there's a lot of like they ask a question to themselves that it immediately gets answered, and this kind of sense of a little bit of dread. And they're just kind of like, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I mean, I can try and track everybody down. How long are you gonna be around for?
3 days. It's about.
I can see if I can track people down. I mean, he kind of looks around for a sec. I mean, I figure you're just looking for Zopu and Chant, right? And they're usually in about the same place.
I mean, we all had lunch before. That was perfectly pleasant.
Then, I mean, if we're just looking for those two, then probably if I track down one, I track down the other, though. If you're staying at... I'll look around.
Is there
Sure.
something wrong?
Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm wondering if Kyron fucking owns this place.
No.
That would be terrible.
I am thinking about it.
Here's the
It
thing.
would
Here's the
not
thing.
be
Here's the thing.
unreasonable to assume that Kyron might fucking own this place.
This seems like a you know, I'm a sailor with a lot of money. I'm gonna purchase a small seaside inn and then like pump the shit ton of money into it and then just sit on that
D&D
for
parties
like
do that all
ever.
the time.
Yes,
Exactly, and they're a D&D party.
they're a
Just-
D&D party.
They is just as much of a D&D party as we are, except maybe not like, you know, as I don't know if they need therapy as much. But and
Wait,
that's
Kyron is their leader? I don't know, man.
maybe the rest of them do. Kyron's doing great.
Armani was gonna. ask-
Kyron is living the life.
I was gonna ask, is there something wrong with that place? If we're getting ripped off, I'd like to know.
No,
Or, like,
I
red
mean,
bugs or
it's a bit of a tourist trap, so the prices are going to be a little bit high. But like, I mean, it's good inn. It's rooms are great. Rooms, everybody there is busy. You know, you just
You're
a lot
familiar with
going
it.
on. I mean, we've been here a couple times, so I mean, it's not really my scene. But
Nervous?
Yeah?
it's okay. Look. Alban kind of looks around. There's a lot of people around here, and Alban just kind of steps closer and is like,
Do you want the walk?
"It's
Do you
fine.
want the
Look. All I know is that Zopu's got something going on there. I think there's like something getting run out of it. I don't know how it works.
I saw that.
What?
What?
There was something happening at the dice table.
What, like gambling?
Yeah.
I don't think they were doing illegal shit just out in the fucking open. Where did you see it?
Just on the floor. They like it was like a person doing really, really well, and then they just like folded for no reason and like said something to a random person and then walked off into a back room and vanished. I didn't really follow them. That would be
That's
a little
probably
odd.
more than a back room.
follow someone into a bathroom.
Look,
like,
that's Zopu's problem, not mine. She knows what's going on there. I don't at all. I kind of avoid that kind of shit while I'm here. But that's what I
Not
was
saying you
kind of
should.
avoiding saying earlier, is I was surprised you hadn't run into Zopu since she seems to be there all the time. That's where I was gonna go to find her.
I mean, we might later. Look, if you guys want to meet up, we're staying in rooms, insert number.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just come find us.
You
Hang
would
around.
Location.
What?
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Help me.
What?
You
This
This is
I
the
gave- I
rooms
gave
we're sleeping
our-
in.
I gave our room.
Oh.
Okay, so you talk
Me and
to us.
Armani
They
Great,
can
cool.
reasonably assume that
Okay.
we're next to each other.
Yeah, so they got a 50-50 chance.
I very much did not invite Kyron, so
Yeah.
Yeah, can I actually roll insight again to see how he feels about just like seeing us?
Sure.
Said it.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you already got a nat 20, so I'll just kind of let that run. They're pretty happy to see you. I mean, it's neutral, and there's a little bit of uncertainty there. You guys had a cool picnic, but also what happened was a murder, and then you guys just kind of disappeared, and after having some kind of very strange fallout with their captain that Psyche then told very few other people about. So all that Alden knows is like Skyron's side of the story, and like so there's a lot of like uncertainty going on there of like what the fuck happened and like what foot y'all left off on. But, like, it's not that they're unhappy to see you. It's just, like, this is weird. This is not a person I expected to see here today. Come on, I have my set number of faces that I see per
What
day.
was Kyron's side of the story? What?
You could find her and find out.
probably a lie.
Yeah.
No, really? The worshipper of the goddess of lies, deceit,
Yeah,
and
just
betrayal?
a little bit.
I think she would do something like that. Like go to the Church of Lies and lie.
I can't believe that you
Oh my
would
God.
think that a worshipper of the goddess of lies and deceit and betrayal would ever say something other than the
No,
absolute
I
truth.
would never say that. I would never imply that.
How
Absolutely.
Next time
dare
you-
you do? How dare you?
Next thing you know, people are going to be kissing in the kissing
Kissing
church.
church. I'm punching in the punching
Please.
church. What does this world come to? Anyway.
Chaos.
Yeah. Our room is room number.
Okay.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
tell
I'll come by if you can. Are you guys gonna be like doing shit during certain times that I shouldn't come by, or
I'm sure in
What
the
does
evenings
that
we'll probably
mean?
be around.
I don't know. Do you have a job? I don't want to like show up when you're not
Oh.
there.
The others are looking into it. We don't really know yet. We kind of split up for the afternoon, so.
Okay.
Just evenings are. I mean, if you want to just like send us a letter to be like, hey, meet up at this time, we'll get
It's
it.
a bit ominous, but yeah, sure, I can. I mean,
mean,
oh
ominous?
shit.
It's like if we're out. just
Oh,
listening at the
fucking-
door.
Kind of looks around again. You can just call me.
What?
And a detail you may have forgotten about Albin, he carefully looks around, then reaches under his shirt and pulls out the workstone from the Raven's Court that he has.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot
I mean, you
about
just
that.
call me.
Yeah, he was our contact.
Yeah.
Sure.
that.
We'll have.
Or I can call you, I guess. What?
Either way, I don't. We'll
Sorry,
call
it
you.
was-
It's fine.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, call me. But
Does that seem who Psyche was? And then I think he put the dots together.
Yeah. they got there.
We got
But yeah, no, just call whenever, and I mean, I guess I could also call you once I find people. I don't know. I'll keep you updated. But
there.
I'll track people down, and I will. I don't know. I'm getting the vibe that you don't particularly want me to track down Kyron.
I really
You
don't
can
know
say no.
how.
She's a bit of an acquired taste. I get it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
It's more just I don't know how Psyche would like that, and
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
we weren't really friends.
Yeah. I don't think anyone was really friends in the situation, but
Is anyone in the contract warheads really friends with Kyron?
That's a good fucking question.
Go on.
I'm not going to ask. That's not my business.
Either way, I'll call you if I track people down, or you might run into Zoku. I don't know, but
Okay,
good luck with your boat. I guess.
see you around.
See you around. And Alden kind of looks
Is
around.
that
just-
loaded at all? Can I insight that? Does he know it?
I'm telling you right now, that's just kind of how Alden is.
Okay. Yeah, no, I assumed so. Like, they didn't seem to know anything about it earlier.
Yeah. And they just kind of wander off. But yeah.
Armani, good eye, I guess. Do we want to go get that barrel chest constructed?
Yes, I would like to do that. And then I think I'd like to warn Psyche that Kyron's in town.
That's probably a
Yeah.
good idea.
Let's go
Psyche's
place
just been
an
hanging
order.
out with Gemma. They've been painting, and it's like nice.
Nice and peaceful.
They're like covered in paint. It's like this nice
Yeah.
montage of like slinging paint off a paintbrush. And
They're like comfy, like they're like leaning back on pillows and like
Holding
you're so
hands.
silly.
Eating small bites of food, hanging out.
No,
One of them
genuinely
just
earlier
draped
I
over
fully
eating
imagined.
grapes.
No, I fully imagined earlier just the whole handing down a grape kind of shit. Like that is what I imagined in my
yeah.
head. Not genuinely as in I'm the DM and that's canon, but that's the image that was in my head.
that's the vibes.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
know that
vibe.
meme
Welcome
that's like
to the-
the weakest blank enjoyer versus the strongest blank enjoyer, like the kindest Elnet worshiper versus the meanest Passion Eye worshiper, and the kindest Elnet worshiper is just Nomos sitting down at a tower, like at a statue crying, and like the meanest fucking Passion Eye worshiper is just like them in a paint fight, like eating grapes together.
Oh my god, you're so
Don't call
funny.
Gemma mean. I love
No,
that.
but I'm saying like they are the
No,
meanest
no, I
one,
know.
and yet they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah, so do you message me?
We don't have long range.
Y'all don't have long range on your message. Alden would be the one that could.
Race to find you afterwards, though.
Alden would be the
Yeah.
one that you could, but yeah. You can look at your barrel for the sake of brevity, since you get to interact with Alden. You entered the time frame. It was great. You can get one put together probably for like, if you're still working within the same time frame, they're barrel workers. I don't know. Let me Google how much a barrel is. Give me a sec.
I mean, you can Google how much a chest is. I'm
Well,
pretty sure chests exist in Dungeons and
This
Dragons.
is true. This is true.
Because we don't want a barrel, we do want a
A
chest.
chest is 5 gold pieces, so you're getting it done custom. But it's a little bit smaller. Throw it at 6 and just call it good. 6 gold
I
pieces.
got it. I'm on it. Remove.
Are you on it, or am I on it?
I am on it. I got it.
Alright.
Okay.
So that'll
Great.
be for
I'm
pickup later as well.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So, I think that Armani would assume that Psyche is still at the temple, so they're gonna be like, we gotta go to that fucking temple, like, right now.
Sure. And I'm like, okay, let's sketch, and then we sketch again.
Alright, sketch time. You guys make your way across town. To get us all caught up, I'm going to briefly shift perspectives back to Nomos, because Nomos is praying while
I
this
do
is
want to
happening.
make it very clear.
Oh, what's up?
The way we sketch is like we grab each other's forearms
Aw.
and we just go.
Oh, the image I had in my head was Ivory, all limbs pointing forward, and then Mani holding the tail, and you're just
No. Oh, that would
Mine-
hurt
that
so
is mine
much.
as well.
No, I'm just imagining like grabbing arm and like the grasp. It's
Yeah.
it's the grasp you do when you don't want to accidentally let go.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's like it's not perfectly paved roads, and I'm flying, so I just
Oh,
like
absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Can I roll for how many times I eat shit on the way there?
yeah, make a dex check.
Wait, I
sorry
think
that
that's it.
today is Nomos praying simulator.
Oh
Um,
god. Oh god.
can it be assisted because I'm helping?
Sure, it can be
With a
assisted. You can make it with
sign.
advantage.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that is that is a unnatural 20 then with advantage.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, no, you only eat shit once.
Cool. Fantastic.
But yes, you only eat shit once. So like, congrats. Meanwhile, as you two continuing the wild goose chase that has been your trip around around the city, Nomos, you approach the altar of Elnet.
We pan from this really like fun, goofy scene where they're like, "Let's skit, yeah!" Turns over, just dead silence. Nomos is just standing in front of a small altar and just collapses to
Just
no.
Sound of Silence is playing. And it's just...
You can just hear the "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Nah.
I like to imagine that it's the version
He's
by
not that
Disturbed,
edgy.
too.
Come on.
It's not the original. It's the Disturbed version.
Oh god.
Oh no! Don't do
Imagine
this to
subversion
him.
of Nicole's movie soundtrack.
What?
When oh no! Sorry, Floyd. You mentioning any film makes me think of Twilight, and I just pictured Nomos coming into a scene, and then fucking supermassive black hole starts playing.
Twister, where the hell have you been,
How
Logan?
you been like-
Please, please, please.
Thank you. That was exactly what I was going for.
I think that Nomos does
okay.
have Jacob Black energy to an extent. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like it. But okay. So, right.
Let the man pray.
I never knew the location of the Temple of Elnet. Not temple. I remember it was mentioned that there was a shrine, but not a temple.
Yeah.
Can I look around for said shrine?
It's kind of a little altar setup. It's not hard to find. There's one of the little kind of outdoor altars set up. It's a little worn by the elements. It's got a statue as a part of it, smaller. It's on the smaller side. It's weird. Everything about this is weird. You're used to Elnet being so larger than life in everything that she is blown up in, and this one is person-sized. She's taller than you, but not by much. Blindfolded.
That's a regional taste. Yeah, this is still Karrakin. You know, a friend of yours, a friend of the family told me that I should stop talking to walls. Or immaterial voices in my head that give me words from time to time. And yet here I am. I don't know why I'm here, and maybe I'm just a creature of habit. Regardless of if you ever did anything about it, whenever I was in need of help growing up, I came to you, knelt at your feet, and asked for something or anything, and I don't know if you heard me, but it seemed to help then, and regardless of if it did, it is a comfort now. It's just interesting to see you a bit less popular than usual. This isn't an important one. I just like to check in where I feel you have the best reception. But I'm a bit sidetracked right now, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or get back to figuring out what's wrong as soon as I can. I don't mean to keep you waiting, but I have a feeling that a couple more months in a couple hundred years isn't too noticeable a difference in time. I'll get there. Then he just kind of stands up, pats the statue, and probably heads off back to the tavern, unless I cross paths with Mani and
Yeah. You sit up you don't get a response, and so you sit up and
Yep.
kind of have your moment, and then start walking, and you make it about halfway down this particular road before you see Ivory and Armani just kind of like barreling down the road towards the temple. You guys see Nomos kind of walking. Nomos probably stops a little bit as he sees you both, and you guys just are kind of coming by.
I stop again, and Armani does crash into again.
Yep.
No
No brakes on this thing.
Nomos, where is Psyche?
Last I saw her back in the temple.
All right, see ya. And then we go.
Everything. Oh, all right. There you are. So should I
Gyron's
come
in
with
town.
you, or-
Bye.
Did you just say that?
Yup.
Nomos
It's
blue
Tuesday.
screens.
Actually, no. I do that with the sending stone while we're in range, and then I book it.
You hear what?
And we're out of range.
So you just drive by, drop that one of
Starting to speak.
The paladin was too
too
stunned to speak. Nomos will then, after a moment of processing that, just head on back to the tavern and hope you explain it later. And hope.
God.
Yeah.
All right. You you head back to the tavern, so deeply soul weary. Meanwhile, you make your way to the Temple of Passionai. And I texted Asa real quick to verify something. But you make your way to the Temple of Passionai and just kind of walk up. And Armani, I mean, you're both kind of surprised by this. Armani, you're probably less surprised than Ivory is. But the two of them are sitting next to each other and appear to have been, like, painting together, with Psyche helping Gemma out on their mural. However, right now they are kissing as you walk in. And as you walk in, Gemma kind of pulls back, moving their hand from where it had been kind of resting on the back of Psyche's neck, and is like, "Oh, hi, welcome."
Hi,
Hey,
can we talk to Psyche real quick?
You can't hear you,
So
Psyche.
your mic off.
God, why is my gain down? Psyche sees them and jumps a full foot back from Gemma and just goes, "Hey,
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?"
are you busy?
and with the setting stones, I
You're
go,
busy.
it's important.
Yeah, what's up?
Psyche's hair is a mess.
Do you want to break the news?
I just kind of make like
Nothing?
can we go outside head gesture?
Oh, yeah, sure. One
It'll
second.
just be a minute
Okay.
to Gemma.
Take your time.
Uh,
Hi, new friends.
Hey,
I just sort of mumble, "Sorry," and I walk out.
Yeah, okay.
hey, so guess who we just ran into?
Your sister?
No, I mean, she's doing fine, but she's super far away right now. I feel like I would know if she. Anyway, you remember the fighting ring?
Yeah. What about it?
I mean,
It's like he sort of glances over at the ocean, and then back at Ivory, and then at the ocean, and back at Ivory.
yeah. We didn't run into them. They're just in town.
Shit.
Just
Do you
thought
know
I'd give you a heads up.
where they are?
Not a clue. I know
Wait.
that. Did you say that Zopu is at the like around the inn?
Sea Dog.
So they're
yeah.
they're at the inn. They're there.
Well, at least one is. We didn't run into.
Zopu is, and Chant is always with Zopu.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, from what we heard, everyone was just kind of around, but
Okay.
Chance and Zopu might be around the
Hmm.
inn, and I'm forgetting their name. Hold on.
It's Chant, Zopu, and Alban.
And
And then Chiron, of
Alden
course.
was just like out in the town. We just said hi.
Cool. Well, thank you for that.
I mean, like, you can ask. You have your work stone.
I guess I would love to just avoid them, but I'm not sure that's an option. I think so.
More heads up. I was planning on trying to like get a meal with them, not Chiron, but
Oh, okay. I
just
never
'cause we
really,
hung out before and like
I never really like
chill.
met them.
You're invited.
Am I though?
I mean, I'm inviting you.
Okay, cool. That'll be awkward. Sure.
Okay, you don't have to come.
I'll think about it. Can I think about it? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah, no, go back to whatever. Yeah, see ya.
It was nothing. You saw nothing.
I definitely did see nothing.
No, yeah, you're right. I walk back into the temple and I like kind of slam the door a little bit.
There is no door. You walk back into the temple angrily. Fear. Well, not anger, but you're walking back into the temple with passion. But
Nah, I think what I do is I just sort of like look around awkwardly and then just pull a curtain and sit down.
Gemma kind of looks over like, you okay?
Oh god, you know people, don't you?
What?
No chance you've ever met a pirate named Chiron?
I've met a lot of pirates.
Okay, she's memorable. It's fine.
You'd be surprised. What's she like?
Red?
Like a tiefling?
Yeah.
Okay. Also very non-specific. I'll just say no and leave it at that.
Okay, great. We parted on questionable terms, and now apparently she and her crew are in town. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to avoid them. It's fine. We're fine.
Well, there's a lot of people in this town, so people are pretty easy to avoid. If
Yeah,
that helps.
That's good.
And hey, I don't know if they worshipped Passionai, but if they didn't, then they have no reason to be here, so...
They did not. At all.
Okay, that is a way of saying that. Okay. Well, then they probably won't be here, and you can hang out here to avoid them.
That, I'm fine with that. While we spend time together, can I try and like see if they want to talk about any of the like cryptic shit they've said?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I want to use this dice. Feels better. All right. That might not be high enough, but that's a 17.
A 17? That depends. Do you talk any more about Chiron?
I think I talk about myself more than I talk about Chiron.
What do you mean?
But I do, like, because I know what we had talked about, like, me discussing was just sort of, like, all of the shit that went down with my family. And I probably talk a little bit about that. Mention I used to follow another god. I think I like eventually do just try and see how likely they are to report me for doing illegal things, which I think is very unlikely.
You definitely get the impression that that's solidly in the very unlikely category. Yeah.
Yeah. Does it seem like they want to hear? Because I don't want to just like
They are having a very good time just listening. You get the vibe that a lot of the time they prefer to listen rather than talk.
Yeah. Then I just go ahead and keep talking. I think I do talk about Chiron, probably in pretty vague terms, but I do talk about Chiron.
Do you mention who Chiron worships?
No.
Okay. That is a pretty good persuasion check. Try again tomorrow. You might need to put some time into it. You see, she seems receptive and has a good time talking with you, and like answers smaller questions that you may not have been able to get more information out of, but dodges other ones.
Like, do I know why she's on boats so much?
She mentions that she will answer that she likes to go, just kind of basically hitchhike. They do dodge something big in the middle of that conversation, like you notice them dodge it. But they mentioned that, a lot of the time, sailors just like having their company, and so they, spend a lot of time just being able to explore by unofficially helping out around on different crews if a new friend wants them to hang around. But they don't do much sailing out on their own. They just like to go on little exploratory outings for like 3 weeks, and then they'll be back. They like to spend most of their time here. It's one of the places that they feel safe and accepted, whereas they really don't feel that at other places in the city.
Cool.
But yeah, other than that, you don't get many details. You can tell when they dodge, and it doesn't seem like part of it is, with that persuasion check, they're not super trying to hide that they're dodging it.
Mm-hmm.
It is just kind of laying it out of, this is an uncomfortable thing of conversation, and I am not going to touch it, and I'm now going to move on.
Yeah.
But yeah. I assume Ivory and Armani, because you guys have kind of been cast out, do you go back to the tavern? What's the plan there?
I had one more thing I'd like to look for, if anything, but we can go back if it's getting late.
It's evening, but like you can try and get some stuff. What you looking for?
Books.
Books. You're looking for bookstore or library?
Bookstore.
Bookstore.
Because we're leaving soon. I want to just take it with us.
True, that is true.
Okay, so these are take books with you books?
Yes. Buy them. Keep them. They're mine.
Okay. So, what kind of books are you looking for? Because there's a couple different bookstores in town. You can find some that are like little baby indie bookstores that are very specific. Or you can find bigger bookstores that might have a larger variety of books, but less specific stuff. Kind of up to y'all. What things are you looking for? What is your desired target here?
Tantalian Islands.
Okay, if you go to a bookstore and ask about the Tantalian Islands, there's a lot of shit you might find. So are you just going to a general bookstore?
Two specific things that I'm looking for. It is maps of just, like, the area a little more specific. I know it's kind of difficult to, like, perfectly map Fireworld things, because that's... Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that and culture. Just those two.
Okay. You can probably go to a larger bookstore then and get the equivalent of a little travel
Traveler's
manual.
guide, too.
Yeah, like a traveler's guide. If you're looking for like a vague map, I can send one of those to you. It's kind of incomplete, but it exists.
Okay.
Let me real quick send that to the group chat. Go stall friends, fill space while I go find a link.
I feel like out of all the things like that, like Armani's done to disappoint their parents, I feel like buying a tourist guide of the town that they grew up in is probably really up there.
Ivory is buying it, to be fair.
That is
they
fair.
hold up a few different books for you, and you like recognize one of them as being like the cheesy ass shit that like they give to
Yeah, I'm
kids
like,
on
that's all
tours
tourist
or
shit,
whatever
like,
the
fuck
fuck,
that.
and you're like, not that one.
Yeah. Not that one.
Um,
God.
I feel like I probably also find that it's like, like a food guide to the Italian islands or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like, that restaurant fucking sucks.
When
Like,
looking
they
for
don't do
Tantalian
anything right.
toast, go to this random house in Evermeet at this address. And it's Monty's address.
Fine.
Okay.
God.
Okay, we find this.
Imagine a cookbook gave you the address of the
Fully
person who made this
doxed you.
recipe and fully doxes you. It's like, the person who lives here's name is blank blank blank. Their social security number is da 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 da. You can find them at this address, and they're usually at work from this time to this time. So if you want to catch them while they're at home,
Actually, speaking of that, if Ivory is, I'm not gonna dox anyone. If Ivory is like buying a book about the Tantalian Islands, specifically about Evermeet, would there be mention of my family in there or no? Do you think? 'Cause, like, they lived there for generations. Would that be like a thing,
Okay, so
or no?
you know how I don't know if this is this is kind of a southern experience, but I don't know if this is something that you all do as well. But you know how in like books that describe like historic towns that have to do with like Civil War stuff, they'll mention like this is significant to the Civil War TM. And not really mention any details unless you like go there and like look at like postings and stuff, and then you might have to dig, you'll have to go on like a tour or whatever. It's kind of a
You
bit
find a plaque
mismatched.
somewhere with
Yeah, you gotta find like the plaque and stuff like that. But in like the visitor
Auxilium family
guide,
fought here.
but yeah, like in the visitor guide, it's like Civil War here, and it gives you no fucking details. Basically, what
People
you
sure fought.
yeah, what you get is the equivalent of people sure fought. Like when you look at, because this is like the Traveler's Guide to the Tantalian Islands, and you'll note that it basically outwardly says, "Do not go to Evermeet." Like
Here are all the places you should go.
Evermeet is not
Don't
one
go
of
here,
them.
though.
Like, it talks about the great tourist locations in Botal and Sicela, and, you know, you can go look at some of, the great forests on the border of Fiedemtel, and, like, it'll be great. And then it kind of says that, like, Evermeet has a lot of, like, interesting superstitions surrounding it that makes it a possibly dangerous locale. Because it talks about Evermeet. It's named after a kind of like... It's named after a piece of mythology, the mythological place of Evermeet. The kind of mythos surrounding the Tantalian Islands is that it becomes, the planar influence is more concentrated the further you get to the center. So like if you're sitting on the northern end of Sicela, like you're not dealing with many fae at all. In fact, you might have some interesting ways that the landscape develops, because that's gonna overlap with the border of Nine Hells stuff. Like, and so there's a lot of them pushing you towards, well, there's the cool interlap between the elemental chaos and the Feywild at the northern side of Botal, or whatever. And then at the set is like, well, Evermeet is a bit dangerous because it's incredibly concentrated. It's rumored that the reason it's so concentrated is because you can genuinely access Evermeet from it, which is like the most Fey place to ever Fey. It's kind of like a Fey afterlife. It's elevated. It's
Fae.
It's sacred. And
Fae hell.
more like
So,
Fey
hey, if
heaven.
you want to raise some children over there.
And so it's
Like,
very
I want
much
to raise
like
my kids in Fae hell.
it's very much like there is a rich culture on Evermeet too. It's very historical. They say some significant families from the Divine War, including the Auxilium family, have lived on Evermeet for generations. However, don't go there.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, what if can I also try to look for a book that's like, but what if I did go there?
Okay.
the sequel of the book is called, well, what if I did go to Everett?
What if actually
Dummy's Guide to I actually
First
want
book,
to go to Evermeet.
Places to go in the Dentalian Islands that aren't Evermeet. The second book. Why would you buy this? I told you all the places that you should go.
Okay. So that's a bit harder to find because again, you're like, yes. And here's the thing. There are plenty of books in these bookstores that basically read like traveler's guides because this is a port city. So you kind of have to sift through everything to try and find something that's going to be more useful to you. So make an investigation check.
I can help if you so wish.
Yeah, let's... You said investigation?
Yep.
I'm gonna need that help. Can I just roll twice?
Yeah, that's how it works.
That is not very much better. 12?
Wow, would you like another copy of the Traveler's Guide to the Dentalian Islands?
I find a different one. It's signed
I
this
now
time.
have 2 copies. This is a signed copy.
Yeah.
I do.
It's signed by this fledgling author who's trying to make a name for himself from
Don't
the city
say
of
it.
Targrave. His name is
Don't say
Sir
it.
Nicholas
No.
Davenport.
No.
He goes by
No.
the pen name.
No.
What's his pen name?
Floyd the Wizard.
Matthias, Patrician.
Matthias Patrician is the layers of implication that this has.
Yes. Either way, you can figure out a couple of the top cities that are in the area. One of the things that's mentioned is the one you're headed to, which is Port Au Clair. Another thing was mentioned by Endov was Monte. The capital is Chauvenant, and then just outside of Chauvenant is Noirmont. Those are the 4 biggest cities in the Dentalian Islands. And those are the only things that are really mentioned, not in the Dentalian Islands, on Evermeet specifically. Those are the 4 biggest towns on Evermeet. Note that I did say cities, and then I said towns. This is more correct because cities exist. Evermeet is also very small, and genuinely, I think... I'm trying to imagine the overlay of the map in my head here, but, I'm gonna check really quickly, but if I know my own map, which I should, to be fair, yeah, Evermeet is about the size of Kerkin. The entire island is about the size of Kerkin.
Okay. Cool.
So, not to be like, I don't know anything about my own background, but like, what does Armani know about everything that they can like kind of impart knowledge to the others about? Because they grew up there.
You can tell them a couple things, especially about Noirmont. Yeah?
I do want to buy the book. We can then just leave.
Yeah.
Throw down like 2 silver, max. Okay. But, so...
Max, are you just letting me choose how much it is? I'll do
you
that.
can haggle.
Nah.
None of you ever haggle. Like,
We are the base of our own
Here,
universe.
The only ones who would have been brought up with haggling as an option would be Psyche or Ivory. Nomos would have never never had the concept of haggling introduced to him, and I don't think Mani would have either.
Here's the thing. We are the Jace of our own universe.
Terrifying implications.
I mean, you're not
Don't
wrong.
Okay.
But you know that again there are only about 4 major towns in on Evermeet. You know that one of the towns, the capital specifically, Chauvenant, is very proud to be itself, and half of the residents and the people that kind of like there's a council. So you would know this. So each member of all of the Dentalian Islands is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different nations. They are all kind of barely in. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I know. I had to check my work. It's 6. I always forget because of a thing I'm about to bring up. Since you're a local and you would know it. But there are 6 nations. Each of which is mainly one of the large islands, and then the island of Fidem is split up into Fidem Tel and Fidem Nol. And Fidem Tel being the northern one, and Fidem Nol being the southern one. The city of each of them, because of this, is technically ruled differently. Each country, because of this, is ruled differently. However, all of them work together very closely to the point where if one has a single ruler, he can basically be considered a member of the council of a different island. They are very closely linked. And several moves have been made towards putting together just generally a central parliament or something like that for all of the Tantalian Islands, instead of this just being a series of alliances. Evermeet itself has a council that does a council that oversees it. And the council is located in Chauvenon. One of the reasons that this was chosen is because Chauvenon is convinced that somewhere around the city itself is the anchor point for Evermeet the dimension. Evermeet the plane. They bring this up quite a bit.
That's pretty cool.
No one has ever... Here's the thing. A lot of people have claimed they have located it. No one has proved they have located it. So there's a lot of...
Is this like Atlantis?
Things. Kind of? Not quite.
Like Atlantis in real life?
No.
Okay.
No, not like Atlantis in real life.
Okay. I was like, this... if that is the case, I don't think Evermeet exists, guys.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everyone's pretty sure that Evermeet exists. It's whether or not an anchor point for Evermeet itself exists, or if that's just because the Divine War made the whole world built like that. That's there is no sense of certainty there. However, they're pretty fucking confident that they have that anchor point.
They being the council,
and just the general like culture of Evermeet. This is kind of the generally accepted thing. Plenty of people will argue with you about it, but most people, if they had to pick without getting into a whole fucking argument about it, would say it's probably in Chauvenon.
Okay.
Also, just little things to expect going forward. Evermeet is heavily forested. All of the Tantalian Islands are pretty forested, but Evermeet in particular is very forested. You can see on my map that I wrote Think Minecraft Dark Oak in terms of the canopies and stuff that you see.
Yep.
And the types of forests that you'll see. This is heaviest on Evermeet. You can expect to see some very interesting architecture that accounts for it. Because of this, you'll know that all of the islands are very interdependent on each other and have regular ferries going between them. So if you guys ever need to get to a different island from another one, it's going to be really easy. Also, this is kind of irrelevant, but I mentioned it earlier. The northwestern island, the little tiny one next to Botal, I keep going back and forth on its name, I'll be real with you, but that's because it doesn't really have its full own name right now. The reason that I am uncertain on the amount of countries in the Tantalian Islands is because that island is currently vying for independence.
Okay.
Love some revolution. Love to see it.
So, that island is vying for independence from Botal, and so it kind of has its own name and its own deal and shit like that, and it would like to fully separate.
But it's like not recognized
But it's
by
not recognized, yeah.
greater. Okay, yeah. Cool.
There's a run.
Okay.
Do you have any specific questions that might be answered about these kinds of things or whatever? Because I just rambled about a general Tantalian
I mean, we
Islands right
have the book. If we have questions later, I'm just going to revisit it.
Fair enough.
It is
see if
so
it's in
good
there.
to hear you just go off on geopolitical lore of Aldrithe. I could sit here and listen to this for 4 hours, and you know what? I will. I will sit here and listen to this for 4
Yeah.
hours.
For the sake of our viewers, I will pause and go, "Hey, was there anything you wanted in particular?"
You should put the
I
map
can't
on
think-
Twitter later.
I should, yeah,
Yeah,
once
I
it's
can't think of
finished.
anything specifically, but I will DM you questions.
Fair enough,
and-
please do.
Yeah.
I would be happy to, over the week, if you're figuring out what stuff Armani does and does not know, I am happy to answer for you. And I will get all of those, basically, and until and while you are in the Tantalian Islands.
Be very cool and sexy. Thank you.
But yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we grabbed that. Later I'll probably just like tell the party like, hey, if anyone wants reading on the Italian Islands, we got this book that we have, and we have the whole trip to get there to read it.
Yeah. So you can
Read
try
up.
and find
Gonna
some
get
details and stuff on
Slayer.
that too. And hey, you might find some great honeymoon locales.
Yeah?
We got some
feel like-
really
It's a tourist
I feel
book!
like-
lovely spots.
I feel like really, really weird people would go to the Tantalian Islands for a
Oh, yeah!
I feel like
Define
people
weird.
would.
I mean,
It's
that'd be
just, like,
people with a
really
death wish.
specific kind of person.
People live there, guys.
They don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it
I
doesn't.
grew up there.
People live lots of places, but there's a difference between being born somewhere and growing up there, and then voluntarily going there for fun.
I feel
Yeah.
like people that visit Everme or the Temple Islands for fun are like very granola, like what we think of as granola
Yes.
people.
Yes,
You have to be down to hike. Just
You
up
have to be
straight
down
up.
to hike.
I got flying boots. Ain't nobody got time for hiking.
That's fair. But, alright. You get your books, you head out.
Hiking, you said. Maybe Evermeet ain't so bad.
No, but you Boy Scout.
God. You get your books.
Okay.
Are there
Been
any
in
other
the
books you're
room
going to be
for
looking
2
for?
years. I need to go on a hike.
Armani? I think
I
I'm
don't
good.
think there's anything. Yeah, I'm okay.
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 Then you can make your way back to the tavern. And I know that Psyche, how long are you planning to stay at the Temple de Passionai?
Probably not like forever. I'll be back by like probably a little bit slightly late for dinner.
Okay. Is there anything you all would like to do in the evening? Hello.
Keep an eye out for Zopu.
Okay, make it just general perception check for me if you want to.
Can Nomos also do that? Because you did tell me that the contract warheads were in
Yes.
town.
Sure.
In fact,
Yeah, also-
I will actively be having everyone keep an eye out for Zopu.
Fair enough. Anyone
Nomos
keeping an eye out for
Nomos
Zopu, make
got
a
there
perception check.
first. Nomos got there
Say
first.
19.
So would I have gotten a chance to do so?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Awesome. Finally, something other than a 10 or an 11. That's a 19 plus 1.
Nice.
dirty
I was
20.
gonna say a 9.
Dirty 20. Armani was a 19.
Yes.
Ivory?
23.
23. Nice. Psyche, would you like to make one for when you get home, or are you just gonna go? Are you gonna go? Psyche. Also, actually, Psyche, just make a perception check for me for when you are walking home, as well as the tavern.
No. No.
And there's
Actually,
kind of
Psyche's gonna stay at the temple tonight.
Actually, I'm not going anywhere.
That's a
this
16?
beanbag chair.
16. Okay,
16
good to know.
perception?
Good to know.
Okay.
How do you pray on
No,
the beans?
I'm busy. I have that on my mind, and also I've just been thinking about God shit real hard. And so I would like to do something, but it's unrelated to the Zopu plot, so I want this to happen first, and then I
Okay.
will do it after. It shouldn't take long.
Okay.
Actually,
yes.
if it won't take long, I want to do that first.
All right. Well, while everyone else is looking for Zopu, Psyche would like to get changed since it is their first time coming off from the road. And while doing that, I would like to see if the knife is still on my hip. Because it's under my pants,
Yeah.
if it's still there.
You change. It is.
I sit down and I look at it for a little bit. And out of instinct, I open my journal. Just like half afraid I'll see something there.
Not that you can tell.
No. I sort of sigh and close the book and then just pick up the knife and hold it and look at it. I see your hand hovering over voice mod. I see.
No,
your
it's
hand.
not. No, it's not. No, it's
Okay.
not. No, it's
You
not.
had the one hand slightly forward.
I have shit, but go on. Don't let me stop you.
I just sort of hold the knife and look at the engravings. Glad I got rid of you. Do I remember what happened?
No.
What floor are we on?
I believe I put you on the 3rd floor.
That sounds right. I walk to the window. I would like to try and throw the knife out of the window.
You hear someone say, "Ow!"
No!
You just impale someone.
That's where my brain went.
No, I forget we're in a city. No.
Yeah,
I
we're
forget
in a city. I mean, you
We're
can
in a
throw
city.
it
I
on
know,
the
I
beach,
definitely
but you may hit a person.
I do go to the window, and then I, like, start, and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
God, what if you just stab someone and that's like the irreplaceable damage you make?
Yeah.
If that's
A commoner, like, you
you
just
I make
fucking
them
take him out.
chronically ill.
you could permanently decrease someone's hit points from 5 to like 1.
Yes.
That person
I
could
make
be
them chronically
a
ill.
sneeze away from death for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
They're
don't
very
wanna do that.
short life.
I do settle for just seeing experimentally if I can throw it across the room.
Across? Yeah, sure.
I don't think this is a orb situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to the orb.
What do you mean
One
you're
sec,
used
gang.
to the orb?
I am pondering my orb.
I go and I pick it up again, and I just sort of mumble, "What do you want from me?"
I see the voice mod hand. I see the voice mod hand
did
moving.
Now we have the hand.
I mean, I guess I know. You're supposed to be gone.
I'm never going to be gone.
Out of my head. Oh, you don't belong there. Fuck. And I just sort of grab my I grab the first shirt that I can find, see it's Journey shirt, put it back down, grab some fabric I don't care about, and just wrap the knife in it and just shove it under the bed. I grab a pillow, I shove it on top of the knife, as if it's like making physical noise.
Hey, Psyche, I think I left my sword under my bed. One sec. Can I check if I left it under yours?
No. And I just sort of sit on my bed for a little while, just fidgeting with my holy symbol. And I look down at my shoulder and just sort of pull my cloak up higher. And then I just sit there for a bit. I'm not looking for Zobu tonight.
Very fair.
A little bit of time goes by where you just sit there and you pull it closer.
Mm-hmm.
And after a little while, there's...
I'm sorry. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Hello?
Hi.
Do you... What's happening? Does she have me?
No. No.
Why can't I get rid of it?
I don't know.
It wants me to...
I know. I have someone I'm going to ask about it. She's tormented you long enough.
Thank you. Hey, I got your necklace.
I noticed. Thank you. I'm going to go ask about that now, though.
Okay.
So, she's gone for now. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're
And
alone.
And I don't have the guts at that point to do anything with my journal. I am like actively scared of it.
Fair
I
enough.
put it under the bed next to the knife. And then I just sort of head down to sit in the corner of the tavern and watch people.
Okay. So Team Zopu was a dirty 20, a 19, and a 23.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are just waiting in the main room to see if you can spot her?
Sure.
Yep. I mean, like, we're, like, eating dinner.
Yeah. We're not like stalking people.
We're not
Dinner.
just
Mm,
sitting
dinner.
there all
Good
Yeah.
dinner.
Good dinner!
Yeah, no.
tasty dinner.
Thank you for the follow.
I can taste the salt in this dish.
Yeah, you guys eat dinner and try to look non-suspicious while in the, well, kind of. Are you guys, like, all together
need
or,
to
like,
make, like-
scattered or, like, what's the
We're
plan
eating
here?
together because we're a party.
They were eating together.
Yeah.
These are they're my friends.
We're eating together like a little family.
Aw.
They're my
I
friends.
was,
Yeah.
I was going to ask if Psyche came downstairs, and if they didn't, I was going to bring up a plate of food, but I'm glad they came down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Psyche comes down
Nomos
looking
pulls
a
up
little
an
bit
extra steep for him.
shaken, but
There's like a
down
plate of
nonetheless.
food ready for you at
Can
the
I
table.
tell that Psyche is shaken? Can I make a check for that?
Yeah.
Actively trying not to.
Well, then make a deception check, Psyche, and
Yeah.
Nomos make an insight
I'll
check.
make an insight. That's a natural 20.
Oh baby.
Psyche
Well,
looks
I
shaken.
rolled. I will say I did roll. Oh, that's a 19.
Ooh, yeah, no. Psyche looks
It's
a little bit
natural
shaken.
20 plus 1. I do kind of make eye contact with them, but not like a, hey, what's up? It's just like something's up. I can tell. We don't need to talk about it. Have a seat.
I like sit a little bit closer to him than I usually do.
He does put a hand on your shoulder briefly, and then goes back to his bowl of chicken and rice soup.
Yummy.
And you focus on your chicken and rice
Said
soup,
that
and you
so
focus
intensely.
on your food.
Because it was the blandest soup I could think of.
And you focus on your food, you focus on your soup, and you focus on the room around you. And eventually, I mean, here's the thing. Zopu's a Goliath.
Yeah.
They're
They're
not
in complete unison. Yeah.
they're not the most subtle in the world
Yeah.
because they are a Goliath. And, you know, there's a lot of people in this room, and if you did not roll as high as you did, you wouldn't have noticed them, just because even though they are kind of an imposing figure, they can very easily get lost in the crowd in here, and you start to realize that this is something that can probably be used to one's advantage. However,
Oh, yeah.
with the roles that you guys have, you kind of watch as a figure comes in from the outside, kind of shrugs down their cloak because of the chill, and you recognize Zopu, the Goliath cleric.
Hey, yo, it's the contract warheads.
Was Chant there too, do we notice?
You only see Zopu right now.
Okay.
Remember, Chance a
Can I
druid?
read it?
They could be like a small animal right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Can I roll to see if Armani is still attracted to them?
Yeah, go ahead. I totally forgot they had that thing going.
I thought they flirted with Alden.
No, Armani
Because
bonded with
Alden
Alden,
was
like,
being
as a
Zopu.
buddy at the end of the day, but Zopu
Yeah,
was
the
the
martial
flirting.
fighter gang.
Yeah.
Alden
Yeah, because Alden was a fighter.
18. I don't know what that means.
I think you're still a little into Zopu, just a little bit. They're fine. They are.
But you're not as good friends as you are with Ivory.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know them
You
very
guys are
well,
really
and
good friends.
maybe you might want to spend some more time with them before you pursue something like that. But that's not something that you would like base everything off of. They're still nice looking, and maybe etc.
They could do with a little more fur, but like,
Jesus,
Say
that comes off wrong. That comes off incorrect.
No.
Ivory may be into Tabaxi, but that doesn't read right.
Boy.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Listen, you played a Tabaxi. I can. You signed up for this.
I did it for the meme and I exist like this. I wasn't expecting us to stream.
God, isn't that always how it is?
Dope.
God damn it.
Either way, you do see them come in. They kind of wave at a couple people as they walk. They don't seem to notice you.
What are they doing? Are they like getting food? Are they going to the gambling? Are they sitting and talking?
They
people?
seem to be just kind of headed towards the back of the room.
Nomos kind of just taps his hand on the table for the folks who don't notice Zopu and like points them out with his eyes. Alright, so we found
say
them.
hi?
Do we do anything about that? Or we can go say hi.
I mean, I heard something about, and then I switched to the setting stones. I heard something about something underground's happening here through Alden. So
Mani, if I remember correctly, you had the greater rapport with Zopu than most of us did. If you wanted to
No,
say
the
something, to be like, "Oh, hi, I
I
haven't."
didn't.
You had. Here's the thing: somewhat better rapport is in comparison to us who didn't talk to them.
And Psyche, who didn't talk to them and also has the Chiron factor.
So, I mean, Nomos can
What
do
Zopu
it if
was,
you
I
want,
went-
because I.
I went, hey, nice party, and they went, I guess, and I went, cool, and then they got drunk, and they didn't talk
Yeah.
because
What more
someone
can you
got
want?
murdered.
I
Um,
can say hi.
I mean, here's the thing: if you want,
No,
Ivory or Nomos both have good charisma, so like we can fall back on that.
I'll go
Did
say hi, 'cause
Nomos-
I said hi to Alden, and so,
Well,
no.
did Nomos come to
Nomos-
that picnic?
Yeah.
It's like we've all hung out.
Did I? I think I missed it.
You may have missed it. I think the Absoluses were off
I
doing
think it was
something
just
while
me
the
and
two of you
Vinny
went on
were
the
there.
picnic.
Yeah, it was just you two, because Nomos was on
Yeah, it was just y'all.
sibling watch and or princess
Yeah.
duty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually.
So yeah, Ivory or Mani, I'd say would be best.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll take one.
And you
for the
can
fucking
both
team
go. You
then.
tend to be a package deal.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
always just like point out
Nomos.
the table and just like nod them over.
I will say, y'all are having this debate, and they're just kind of actively walking away. There's gonna be a certain amount of time where you're not gonna be able to find them again.
Okay,
Just
Ivory, Mani, both of y'all, you're
Fuck.
two peas in a pod. You
Fuck it. I get up and I grab their forearm and we're going.
if you want, you can wave them over to the table. We can share a meal or something.
Yeah.
Alright, what, you just
yeah.
try to run through the crowd and catch up to Zopu?
I'm just kind of like weaving. I'm not like pushing people out the way. Get out
Yeah.
the fucking way. But like,
Get out the
Like,
fucking
super
way!
accurate, but-
Yeah, you, alright. So, you make your way, through the crowd and over towards Zopu, and you kind of find her just as they make it to, just as they kind of make it to the edge of the bar where you get that offshoot hallway that, I guess I can call them James Bond on the inside, because that's what you've been calling them, where James Bond went off, and you kind of run up, and they notice you, because they're a cleric, and they have a high passive, and they kind of,
we're not hiding. We're trying to go say hi.
Yeah.
hello?
Psyche is
God,
just sort of like,
Zopu's voice. So Psyche's hiding, because I know, did Psyche chase after Zopu with the other, or is Psyche back at the table with Nomos?
Psyche's back at the table with Nomos.
Okay.
You guys aren't there then.
Yes, then it's just Armani and
Yeah.
Ivory. 'Cause
No, but Psyche is
Y'all are,
just
like,
sort of...
sitting down all the way in the corner. You guys are
yeah,
fine.
you're good right now.
You guys are fine. Okay.
Hey.
Hey. Fated 4. Pit of Prestige.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while. Our money?
Yes.
Great.
I'm surprised you remembered that.
Yeah, I am also surprised I remembered that.
Ow. That's fine.
No, I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry.
I'm also surprised I remembered you.
Can I help you? I mean, it's good to
They
see
would
you,
know
but
me as, they would know me as Io and Nomos as Judas.
That's true.
Oh god.
yeah,
Not long.
it was you and the Fated
Been that long.
Four.
You can just say like, oh, but by the way, they update.
We ran into Alden earlier, and they
Oh,
said you might be around. So
yeah,
Hey.
no, we're all kind of around vaguely right now. I don't really know where Chiron is, but yeah, we're all just kind of wherever. Can I help you?
I don't know if you ran into Alden at all, but just wanted to pass on that we had like a plan to maybe get a meal at some point. Sorry,
Oh,
I forgot words.
Another
Good.
picnic or whatever?
Yeah, or just
Sure. Catch up.
Sure, I
Pick
think
up
that'd be
food for
fun.
you?
How long are you guys in town for? What are you even here for?
just the next 3 days off on a ship to
I assume
Isles.
not your own. No offense, but you don't seem like the sailing type.
Absolutely.
no. In fact, I kind of detest the stuff, but
Oh, that'll be a fun trip then.
is what it is.
But yeah,
And then
it's...
I kind of like look into the hallway, like. We also might have heard a whisper of something else from Alden.
Make a persuasion check. That's very
Yeah, like,
vague.
I don't-
Dusty.
I don't want to just like. We are out in the open right
Yes.
now, so
That's
to persuasion. That's okay. 16.
Well, I suppose if you're headed towards the Tintalian Islands, you would need to be able to hold your Tintalian liquor. She just kind of looks you up and down.
Well, what does that mean? You offering to buy a round?
Sophie kind of looks down. I don't know what you heard from Alden.
Well, I know I saw something the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Gonna
is...
elaborate, Dusty?
Wait, fuck. I was trying to find my notes on this.
Izopu's kind of looking at you. For a moment, when you first poked. Oh. Hey, Ivory, I need you to roll a D100 and blame your roommate.
Motherfucker!
Oh shit.
I'm gonna set you on fire, Jules. Where is...
You
my
might just
other-
do that.
Yeah, you might.
No.
So I, Silvi, am personally going to go set them on fire. Alright, that's a 56. Yes?
Ironically enough, you are immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next, I'm just gonna set it at 3 days.
Fuck yeah!
So funny.
I'm
You
gonna
can't
get
get
to
drunk.
so many
Zopu is
drinking
about to
You're
get
gonna
competitions.
drink Zopu under the
That's
fucking
the
table.
idea. I'm gonna get into drinking competitions and make a fuck ton of money.
Oh my god, you're gonna be indestructible.
Right. And you can see that there was like a genuine, like a little bit quizzical when you first brought it up, like this kind of caution, and then she made the comment, and when you when you responded, it just became, their expression became very, like, kind of dismissive and loose.
Wait, to what? I'm confused.
You brought it up in the first place.
Yes.
And then they said the comment about, like, well, if you're going to the Tantalian Islands, then you'll need to be able to hold your Tantalian liquor. And you responded. And their expression changed from quizzical to dismissive.
Can I roll insight and see if that was like a fucking code
Sure, you
phrase
can make it. You
or
can make an
some
insight
shit?
check.
Was
Okay.
what a code phrase?
The comments about
Hold your
holding
liquor.
Tantalian liquor.
Yeah.
We haven't had like any mention of Tantalian liquor. Does this bar sell Tantalian liquor?
You can fucking find
You
out.
could go try.
You can
Ma'am,
find
You
out.
go find out.
I know that thanks to the work I've been doing on the Aldrithe cookbook, Naos is a cultural epicenter of mead production in Aldrithe, namely due to its infernal honey that it gets due to the bee's proximity to the infernal plane of existence. Now,
That was not much better, but a 17.
17? 1 sec, let me roll. Oof. Yeah, that was a code phrase.
Yeah, I have no idea what they wanted me to respond.
You don't know the code.
I don't know the code.
Have I ever heard of
Ivory
this?
asked-
No,
Thanks,
Armani,
I-
never
is
heard
that
of
a
this.
code
I get my thanks. I get my Tantalian liquor from the president.
no!
Yeah, sure, I say that.
No, no.
No.
The president of
yeah,
what?
You recognize that there is something you are missing from that combination.
Oh yeah, for fucking sure.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Can
The
you
fuck?
can you just straight up ask, hey, was that a code phrase that you just said to my face? What's the response?
I have a feeling you expected a different response to that. There's something I'm missing, but
What are you trying to get out of this?
I just know that I saw some interesting things at the dice tables over there the other night.
Is that a
and,
threat?
Not at all.
No.
I'm just interested.
It's
What,
a
in
curiosity
gambling?
in cats.
Do you
Make
say
it
that?
interested. What?
Yeah.
Wait, what did they
Someone
say?
who laughs.
Wait, what did they say?
Armani straight up said, you know what they say about curiosity in cats.
I just like elbow them gently. I mean,
What, for the
I want
gambling?
the coin.
Hey gang, we're about to spend $450 a person on a boat tomorrow. Do we want to spend a lot of money?
What did you say? You said you were
No.
going to the Tantalian Islands.
Sure.
Ugh. Okay. Fine. I'll humor you. What do you think you saw?
Me fucking pulling up my goddamn notes. Hold on. I love how I wrote absolutely goddamn nothing. Then we watch someone gamble. Someone is winning a lot, then just folds, question mark, question mark, question mark. We don't really get M, and then I stop writing.
Nice.
I got, if it helps you, I wrote fucked up little gambling thing. But if I remember correctly, we saw someone at the tables who was doing really, really well, and then folded and left. And on their way out, sort of bumped shoulders with someone, exchanged like a look, and then one of the two of them went into a bathroom. You followed them towards the bathroom, but then it wasn't a bathroom.
Well, into
It
a
was a
hallway.
bathroom.
We don't know which door they went into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, came in.
And then we dropped it because that seems sketchy as shit.
Again, reminder that Chant can turn into a small animal because they're druid. So you could theoretically go into the bathroom, turn into a rat, and just...
That is true.
The person you spoke to,
I
that
saw
James
their
Bond was
face.
absolutely not Yeah, the James Bond,
Yeah.
you saw their face. That was absolutely not Chant.
Oh, right, we did. So I remember there was a shorter figure, and I remember that Chant was small.
No, Chant was a halfling. But,
Yeah.
uh...
I feel like I just recount exactly that. Like, we were watching the dice game, and we were just, like, watching and having fun, and this person was winning a lot, and we were like, that's interesting, and then they randomly folded, bumped into someone, gave a look, then went down this hallway that we are now standing in front of that you are now walking down.
Yeah, it's called going to the bathroom. Why do you care?
It's called pissing. Have you ever heard of it?
Challenge pissing. That's right. Challenge pissing.
Why do you care about a person that just decides to stop gambling?
Huh. What? Can a person not piss in this town all of a sudden?
I think the
There's
interesting
not
thing
enough
was
room
that
in this town for the both of us to piss.
There ain't enough toilets
They
in this town
didn't.
for the both of us.
they didn't take their winnings at the end. There was like a big pot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't win it. They just left it. It's just odd.
Well, a lot of people are odd. You
Again,
kind of
never
get
saw
used
them
to
come out
it.
of the bathroom, did you?
What?
This is like not to. This is to Silvi, because you never saw them come out of the bathroom, did you? Like they never.
No, I never saw them go in either. They weren't in there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Again, not accusing anything. I was just curious.
I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're looking for.
I was genuinely just asking what was going on. It's all up to you if you don't want to share.
It's not my business. I don't know that person.
Okay. We did just come over here to say hello, and I don't know if you remember Io and Judas, but they're around as well.
Oh.
I want to insight that. I want to.
Yeah, you
Oh.
can insight that. You can insight that.
Hey, do you want to have dinner with your boss's ex?
This is not amazing. Floyd, does Armani want to know what they think? 'Cause that's a 13.
Yeah, I'll roll insight. That is natural 20, motherfucker.
Sure one.
So
Yeah,
the face twist was on Io specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very much the that's not gonna be fun. Oh, that's not. Oh no. Oh no.
This is not something that I want to do.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily an Io. It was a oh god. Oh no.
We're
What
not
would
deal
my
with
boss
this.
do?
No. Oh, this is gonna be a headache. It's more of a dread of the idea of what that interaction would look like.
Yeah.
Well, look,
That's fair.
if I don't know, do you have a job in town or something that I need to look out for in terms of scheduling?
No, not yet.
You did pass along that we didn't have anything, right?
Huh?
Nomos and Psyche did pass along that like they didn't find a job, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, we did not.
We were just kind of wasting time till our ship leaves, so not really.
Well, then, Albin will find me, I guess, once you guys have picked out when it'll happen. I guess it'll be fine to meet up if, I don't know if having Kyron and Io in the same place is gonna go well.
Kyron was not really invited.
Okay, then fine, yeah, I'm down.
Okay, sure.
And we're just like, we made a new group chat without Kyron.
God.
No! That implies that
And,
there was an original group chat with Kyron in it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I
This
did
is a
also
new
just
group
want
chat
to-
with just Nomos and Psyche now.
I think what happened is we made a group chat. Psyche and Kyron immediately left the group chat, and then Psyche came back later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kyron's still gone.
and then I'm like, actually, everyone, you have to like change their contact info to different names. So.
God. Well, I'm sure Alban will find
Party's
ways
gotten
to
some
figure out
character
a time to
development.
meet up.
Sure. And life updates. Judith goes by Nomos now, and Io by Psyche. Just
Oh, cool.
heads up.
Yeah. Well, good to know. You kind of see Zopu look at you again, and kind of glance down the hall again, and then back at you.
You can't walk down that hallway now, Bestie.
Yeah, you put
Go to
Zopu
the
in a
bathroom.
position. You put Zopu in a bit of a position.
I'm just gonna like fucking roll my eyes and be like, "Go do whatever," and just walk back to the table.
Hey,
They can go deal with their shit. Yeah.
hey, come here.
Who?
Both of you.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah?
Zopu kind of takes a couple steps back. I don't think it's necessarily stuff you want to get involved in. Based off the interactions that we had back in Wakefeld.
Can I insight this as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I roll a what the fuck does that mean check?
That's just insight.
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I'll also roll insight.
Yeah, sure, you can roll a
24?
what the fuck does that mean, chat. 24?
Yeah. I basically want to know
10.
like
10.
is this
Armani,
a
you don't really
I don't
know.
want is this a I don't want you in this or you definitely don't want yourself in this? Like
It's almost the you poor sweet summer child.
Okay.
See, I don't like that.
It's
No, I never
you
wanted
don't want to
involved.
play with the big boys. Back off kind of thing, as opposed to the this is genuinely something that you should watch out for. It's very much the you weren't down with crime shit when we were in the same area in Wakefeld. I don't think you want to play with the big boys is the connotation, is the unspoken.
Well, fuck her. Now I really want to know.
You can say something along those lines. You can say that you are
I
down to
just-
play
I
with the
just
big
look-
kids.
I just looked to Armani. Well,
Well, here's the thing. Armani rolled a 10. Only you know this.
Armani has no idea what's going on.
Armani's just like,
I give a non-committal shrug and I go back to leaving.
Okay.
fantastic. I follow suit and I give Zopu a little wave as I leave because I'm a little bit gay.
Little fruity.
Zopu gives you a little fruity wave back. You make your way back to the table. Psyche, you can kind of stop hiding.
I do give you the rundown of, like, they know you're here, and also are not going to tell Kyron to come and hang out with you. I promise.
Oh my god.
God. Either way, you return to the table. You can finish your meal. And is there anything else y'all want to do tonight? Yep. What's up?
Are there drinking challenges?
Not right now, but this effect will last for 3 days, so you can come back
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That was it.
Okay. Then each of you can finish your meal with the strange knowledge of some kind of underbelly. The knowledge that there may be some old acquaintances in the area, and still a few days left in the town to, I don't know, survive ahead of you. Each of you can make your way to bed to tackle the rest of your last few days on land. And
If I have a fucked up dream next session, I'm gonna kill you with my own hands.
well, we'll find out next session. We'll find out next session, and we will pick up with whatever dreams we may or may not have next week. So yeah, that is where we're going to end it for today. As usual, thank you for coming, everybody that came by tonight. It is Always wonderful to have y'all. A couple things to go through before we end for the night and figure out our raid. As usual, you can find us on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Twitter as Aldrithe D&D. We're the same on all platforms. Come say hi, especially on Twitter. I will respond if you tweet at me. And I'm bad at Twitter, so I could use the practice. We also have a wiki. It is, I believe it's linked in our about, but I'm also going to be posting about it a little bit more on our Twitter, hopefully going forward, so you can see a couple of the stuff, a couple things that's on there. Also, there's been a lot of God talk recently, and if you have any questions about what's going on with the divinity in the Aldrithe universe, want to know about that homebrew pantheon, the entirety of the Unspoken Pantheon has pages on the wiki, so you can access all of them. So you can access all of them. It's great. Yes?
My school does not start for like an absurdly long time, and so I have taken tonight and will be taking this week to start putting up stickers and finalizing designs. I have a few. I have like 5. If you want more, please let me know. Most of them are jokes.
Yes.
I'm happy to make ones that aren't jokes. I have a couple of those planned as well. But keep an eye on that. I will send out a tweet on the Aldrithe Twitter when I figure out what account name those will be under.
Yeah.
Because they might be on mine and we might make one. I don't know.
We'll see what happens. We'd love to be able to have some little things that we can get out to y'all that that would be interested in them. I think it would be really fun. I would like to put one on my laptop.
I have some funny little videos and it would be cool.
And so yeah, if you
Imagine having a sticker of your own Dungeons and Dragons Twitch stream on your computer. That's how you show people how cool
Isn't
you
that
are.
Great?
Oh yeah.
I'm
ready to reach this level of ego.
I will give you all a couple that I know I'm making. One of them is Bag of Holding. God, I sure hope it does. I'm going to be making Divine Shite, an Aldrithe-themed technical difficulties sticker, and a couple of a sticker with little tiny poorly drawn versions of Lazari and Zyanma with the caption, "These lesbians deserve thousands of dollars."
Nice.
So those are some of the current. Those are some of the current plans. Feel free to hit me up for extras, as well as like actually
just tweet
more
at
ones
us.
that I've been planning for a long time.
Just tweet at us if you have a fun Joker moment that you'd
great.
like to see immortalized that you would buy on a sticker. But yeah. Okay, so that might be coming. We'll see how that works. Who are we rating tonight before we get to my, last thing as usual?
Outcast with a C is on.
Oh, okay. Let's go check out the Outcasts again. We'll go talk to our that is the wrong command.
I have to
slash.
Don't mind me.
Let's go hang out with our friends the Outcasts.
What did you do?
And before we go, one last thing. Remember, if no one has told you this week, I love you so very much. It is so glad to have you here, and you are so, so deeply loved and valued. I would love to see you again next week, but even if you don't come back, we will still love you anyway. You are spectacular, you are valued, and you have such a wonderful place in this world. I can't wait to see what you do with it, and if one of those things that you do with it is coming back to see us, well then I can't wait to see that either. Either way, we'll find out next week. Love you very much. Let's go spread that Aldrithe love, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye!